Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode number 81 of the Dragon's Den podcast. We are live and on the air. My name's Eric Hopkins, a.k.a. Gel. Joined tonight by Captain Spoobity, Brandon on the top right. We got Matt, who is back, but not in his chair at the moment. He'll be back soon. He's probably tending to his wife a little bit there. And then, of course, we got the good doctor, Mr. Rogers in the bottom right as well. So good to see you guys. No Miranda tonight. She's taking the night off. She's got a big double shift. She's working tomorrow morning, so she's going to go get some rest, I think. So we'll see her hopefully in 2 weeks when we have our next show. Yeah. So
hopefully we get back to some sign of normalcy.
Yeah, I hear you. That's few and far between sometimes these days, but that's okay.
I know, man. It's been rough.
It's crazy. It's crazy for sure. But yeah, so like I said, so those of you watching, we will not be having a show next week. I am going out of town to visit some family. So I'll be doing that for the first time since Christmas. So that'll be kind of nice to do for sure. So no show next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks' time for our episode number 82. But before we get into all that, we've got episode number 81. And of course, we got some pro wrestling. We've got some movie news that came out of the Super Bowl a little bit. We got a little bit of gaming news, plus some news in politics as well as sports as well. Not a whole lot into sports. Might be a little light on sports for the next few months. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, as always, we'll have our Rumble exclusive with the news and politics toward the end of the show as well. So what's up, guys? I ain't talked to you guys, some of you in a while. So how's it going?
Man. It's going. It's going.
Yeah. Hanging in there.
Man, I'm glad it's not snowing. I'm glad it's not cold. But like, I'm kind of over winter in general now. Like, I'm done with it. Like, let's wrap it up. But like, I know what's coming next is the spring where we get
don't
tornado warnings out of the ass.
I wear that in snow.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the warmer weather, wearing shorts and t-shirts instead of hoodies again, that sort of thing. But I don't like tornadoes. I'm not a big fan of those.
That tornado, like that one night where it was like what 5 of them that were right above us, just like I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, I remember watching a couple on the radar. Looked like it was coming directly up my apartment. I was like, no, let's please not do any of that stuff, please. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for that other stuff, like the cool.
But that was going out of the summer, going into the winter. We got hit with that shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I'll drop Matt out of here until he comes back. But anyway, so he'll be back here soon. But
but like, I can't deal with it. Like, I hate, like, again, my birthday and Jackson's is in wintertime. And hell, it's not like Anaya's, yours too. It's not like Anaya's and Jaden's in the bustling summer either. But like, I hate it. Like, I'm not a fan. I hate being cold.
Yeah, I don't know when Aaron's birthday is, but everyone outside of Matt,
June, I think. I think it's June.
Winter.
Is it June?
Aaron's, I think. It's either June or July. I'm pretty sure he said June.
One of the two.
Miranda's is in like May, and Matt's is like what, August?
Yeah.
Matt's in August. Yep.
In August.
Yep, mine's in December right there with Brandon and with Jackson.
Sure. And then it's like Anaya's is next week.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
A couple days after mine.
Yeah.
Well, happy early birthday to her.
Mine's next Thursday, so hers would be.
Hers is next
Sunday or Monday.
I think Sunday. Yeah. Sunday. And then after that, Jaden's is in March. Yeah, Jaden's is in March.
2 weeks after Nas.
Yep.
Right on. Right. And you said yours is next week, Damon?
Yeah, next Thursday, actually.
All right. Well, happy early birthday to you too.
Yeah, happy early birthday to you too, Damon.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, dude, it's just I hate winter.
Well, and it's not just winter too. We had for the first time, like for the longest I can remember, down here about 15 inches of snow in Indiana. So and it was just this week where it finally melted. So it's like, and this has been weeks ago. We still got some.
I know it's still some. I didn't think that's new. So you guys, when you pulled in my driveway, you saw those mountains of snow that I had, right?
Yeah, I had to pull in wide like a semi truck just to get in your driveway because of the big drift she had.
It was ridiculous, right? And I fucking, mind you, I hand shoveled that shit.
So, we got to see what he was doing during the championship games.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
I'm sorry.
It's
all melted now, but like it's still cold. It's not like hot, but you know what I mean? Like, I just fucking hate winter. I hate cold. I hate being cold. And like, plus, we don't throw any parties. There's no get-togethers really because it's cold, and I don't feel like fucking doing nothing.
Yeah, nobody wants to get out of the house when it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. It sucks.
Yeah.
Mike said in the chat, he said, does nobody want to show their faces anymore? Come on, Brandon, show us that Hershey kisser.
I will once my wife is out of the shower and she can walk by the camera.
Gotcha. Probably smart.
I didn't need to hear that information.
I just don't show my face that much.
He also said Happy Rusev Day. So
Yes,
oh, gosh.
it's always Rusev Day.
It's always Rusev Day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Remember, I told you
Get
this. I legitimately bought the Rusev Day calendar.
Oh, really?
Oh, Lord.
I did. I bought the calendar. I bought a T-shirt.
That's awesome.
I was all in on Rusev Day.
I was all in on Lana Crush, but
wow.
Hey,
I mean, you're not wrong.
I think they're not married anymore. But anyway, yeah.
But there are a couple again. I thought they were.
Are
they together again? Oh darn.
Yeah.
Like I had a chance anyway. Let's be honest.
Hey man, you never know. You never know.
A guy can dream. Hey, I'm right up her alley. I know that.
Yeah.
I got a lot of faith in myself. But anyway, not really. But anyway, so yeah. But yeah. So
other than that, how's work been going?
It depends. I have my good days and bad sometimes. Like it's nothing against work. It's just I sometimes get aggravated. I think the older I get, like sometimes the less
this is what I'm
patience I have sometimes with some things. But yeah. We got cat trouble.
Get him.
I got $5 on the top.
Oh, they're gonna do it. I mean, look, they're just staring at each other.
I got $10 on Lily.
I don't know.
You gonna pay yourself?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, at least he's got that. I got a dog in heat and another dog.
They do this all the time.
Desperately trying to get the other one, and I'm like, so now
they've been really good together.
We have to keep them separated right now, so that's the fun part about that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you're saying it. Yeah.
It's in full swing now, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want any puppies running around.
No, I don't.
Uncle Eric can't take no puppies. Cats maybe, but not puppies. Can't do it.
Which one? Listen, I know you, Zyger and Thor are adorable cats, though, right? Like,
oh yeah,
yes,
they to meet the little ones like last week, so for sure. Yeah. Maybe go, darn it, maybe I ought to get me a couple more cats. But then I'm like, maybe I don't want to yet. It's always in the back of my mind.
Get one, dude. You know you want one.
I know, but I don't want to get one just because I don't want to leave it by itself. I have to give it a companion. So it's gotta be two.
You would definitely have.
Yeah, I feel you. I
feel bad enough leaving them for 8 to 10 hours a day anyway, let alone, by
you go to your trip, you go to your sister.
Well, that weekend for the family, and then of course just work. I'm the only one to be here, so and it can't be a dog because I can't take it out. So for sure. But it's a thing. But maybe one day.
You should though.
I know that's what everybody says.
You enjoyed what was your sister's cat's name?
Spock.
That's what I thought it was. You enjoyed Spock's company, and I know you did. Like,
of course I did.
At first,
live long and prosper.
When he knocked over your Legos, that video. By the way, anyway, did that video? Video,
destroying my Lego. That was hilarious. Yeah,
that moment he hated the cat, but
it wasn't that I hated him. It was just like I've got to record this video again. I was frustrated. It wasn't so much like
so you can never hate a cat. You can just be mad at it.
Yeah, he was mad at it.
He was just doing what cats do. It took me longer to put that Lego back together.
You can be mad at a cat.
But yeah, you should definitely get a cat though, Eric.
Yeah, but then
don't get an orange one. Don't get an orange one.
Don't get. But that with all the stuff around the house, I'm worried 2 cats would destroy my apartment too. So
he comes back and it's just they wait for him to walk in the door and just start
everywhere.
Honestly, there would be a lot of Funkos on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
The shelving would just be too enticing for them.
I would have to train them up to try to not do said things.
Yeah,
but, you would. Sorry if I got that in the microphone.
Oh, you're fine.
There's actually like paint you can get on like either you would be able to put like either over it where the
the
pops to it. That way, if they try to jump up there, that tape will scare them off.
Oh yeah. It's what you could like. You could use like aluminum foil on the counters, things like that.
Yeah,
stuff like that. What are you Well, cat begging now. Look,
up in your business.
he wants Matt's meatballs,
Yep.
brother.
Dude, that's just cats in general, man.
Oh
See,
my
no,
God.
And they've
see,
been
that's the
fed.
thing. Oscar's not like that, and neither is Zyker or Thor. Like when we're eating or whatever, they're perfectly fine. Loki, on the other
They
hand,
will
that's
once
different.
they get older, I'm sure.
But like Oscar
we're
would be
gonna lose.
the greatest cat ever if he wasn't such a douchebag.
If he wasn't
I
orange.
still want to pet Oscar.
I know. Next time you come over, I'll let you see him.
Okay,
And, like,
I mean, I'll start
I'm not
later
kidding.
if I have to.
Jackson is the only one with this cat that like this cat listens to. Like
Nonsense.
literally,
I'm a
Jackson
cat
treats
whisperer.
Oscar like he does
A
Loki.
cat.
Like he calls him, he'll come to him. Like it's weird.
That's Jackson. Well, I always thought Loki was Jackson's too, but
Loki has picked his favorite, and it's Miranda.
Yeah.
he likes me a
Man.
lot. I like my
Yeah,
brother.
but you for
Me and Loki
dominance
are buddies.
reasons.
Yeah, probably. You're not lying.
I mean,
He's on your shoulder right now, technically.
Yeah. Hey, because he's my dog, right?
Fair
We're
enough.
tight when
Yeah,
Miranda's not around.
That's kind
You
of
know what I'm
less
saying?
good
Like
to the owner,
but-
though.
when
Yeah.
Miranda's not around, me and Loki are best friends. You feel me? But the moment she comes around, like I don't exist. He doesn't care about me.
Oh yeah. Mike's in the chat. I'll get back to a couple of littles he said here, but he said, Matt, what's on the menu tonight? And how's Sierra doing? Your wife?
Well, some friends of Sierra's that she used to do for daycare brought us a whole pan of spaghetti and Jordan pizza
Nice.
with like a whole thing of salad and fettuccine Alfredo.
Salad went right to the trash.
They were very, very nice to bring that to us,
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
especially considering what's transpired.
Right.
And,
For those who don't know, his wife broke her ankle and has had surgery on it, and it went well. But
she broke her ankle. Well, she actually broke her leg and then broke her ankle. Her leg
God,
was the fibula
every
part.
time you
it seems to get worse.
like,
know.
dude, I felt genuinely when he called me. and told me,
It does.
I
she
was like,
broke
I didn't
her
know what
fibula
to say
in
to
the
him
back of
because
her
I was
leg
like,
and tore her
bruh, that
deltoid
is
tendon in her knee,
yeah.
her leg.
I was like, bro, that is terrible. Like, and I don't want to keep saying that's terrible, that sucks, that's terrible, but it genuinely fucking does. Like, when you
Yeah.
break something, especially like
I talked to
again,
my
a
mom
leg,
today,
it is.
and I told her, I
ass,
said, when I
dude.
get my PTO in the summer, me and Sierra are going to take a road trip.
No,
Yeah,
that sounds like a
yeah.
vacation.
And we're going to get rid of all this bad juju.
I don't blame you. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Everybody going good spirits, you know.
I was
Mike,
literally talking to my
relax.
best friend about taking a road trip.
yeah. Mike said, I remember growing up in the country and dad putting chains on his tires to make it work in Bloomington. Worked nights at Westinghouse. Yeah, a lot of snowy days back in the day, as it were.
Yeah.
He also said, Eric, you had a better shot at Pat Patterson. Ha ha ha. I'm talking about. For those who don't know, Pat Patterson's gay or was gay. That's messed up. That's messed up, Mike, for sure.
That is messed
I mean,
up.
hey, if Pat doesn't work out, you can always go coach with the Titans.
No, I'm good. I'm no offense, but I don't swing that way. So anyway,
Did you see the meme I posted in the group chat?
what's that?
Did you see the meme I posted in the group chat though about the Titans coaching staff?
Oh yeah. He posted a picture
You
of all the
fit
coaches,
right in there.
coaches of the Tennessee Titans. They were all bald. I was like, yeah, it does look like my family lineage or something there.
It's like your
you fit
alma
right
mater.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I could be a good head coach. Maybe I might be better than some of them.
Hey, you know what, Eric? Don't sell yourself short here, man.
I mean, you watch a lot of
It
football.
seems like they need somebody with new ideas and literally who doesn't know what they're doing to run their football team.
I don't know though.
'Cause,
Eric,
like,
you could
To step up, you know.
I'm
It's
fixing
really
up
in
for
another
you
world,
guys.
you
people
could be a
who's never
talent
had
scout
positions have been doing really well in them
for
lately.
sports.
I think Eric would
Maybe.
be a good GM for a football team.
Yeah, he would be a good
Oh,
GM.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you got more faith than I do, but I just like to be, armchair quarterback, that sort of thing. But
It's
No,
not
like,
that.
legit,
it's the
dude,
way you
like-
manage your fantasy team.
Is
Eric.
that
Yeah, like
just
the
what
way
a
you
GM
manage the
does,
whole
though?
league in general, dude. Like it takes a
enough.
lot of organization and shit like that. Like
Well, hell,
you
I
gotta
do
pay
the
attention-
fantasy league. I do this podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
you
it
juggle this
takes-
shit around pretty good.
That's
the
what happens
attention to
when you're sick. You gotta
detail
worry
of
about other
something, like
things. Yeah.
I think you'd make a good GM, whether that even if it was for like college at this point. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just
Hey.
saying, like,
Hey, Carly Ursay, call me. You know,
yeah.
not just,
Hey,
not
seriously,
for that
'cause
reason, for the GM.
we
thing.
gotta figure something out here, Carly. Okay,
Yeah, I
let's
hear
get it together.
Hey, I mean, why not? Why not try?
I got an itch in my back. I can't get to it.
I mean, Eric's been watching the Colts for as
Because you
long
got
as
short
I've been
T-Rex
alive.
arms.
No.
Anyway.
Jesus. I mean, Eric's been a fan of the Colts probably about as long as I've been alive.
Since 2003, so 23
Definitely
years.
about as long as I've been alive.
Yep. I'll never forget my first game being a fan. Colts had to come back to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay on Tony Dungy's birthday on Monday Night Football against the then Super Bowl champion Buccaneers. Coming back from
I remember my last game being a Colts fan.
21 down with 4 minutes to go. Peyton Manning come back to tie it, and they ended up winning in overtime. So that's a game that made me a fan. Yep. 4 minutes
You're
left.
watching enough football to know what the team would need to begin with.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like I was saying the other day at work. I was like, I was sitting there thinking, which we'll talk a little bit about the draft, just to kind of preview it, I guess, in a little bit. But I was sitting there thinking, what were the Colts necessarily really need? I mean, everything was going really well until some injury bugs started to happen. It's just kind of like maybe depth at linebacker, maybe a pass rush, and depth in the secondary. But I can't really think of a lot of big spots that we really need a lot of improvement on. It just needs the things to kind of break our way, So. I don't know. Well, maybe, but it's been pretty solid, really. But it's just, depth is always a thing with me. It's like I want to have a bunch of you guys in case people do.
I don't know if I was the GM in New England right now. I know exactly what the fuck they need. They need better depth at linemen.
Oh, for sure. That showed in space.
I feel like if they had better depth,
I would. I'd look at a linebacker
with what Will and Wilson were doing in that game. I would have taken them out and tried someone else.
Yeah. Let's see here. Mike said, by the way, I apologize for my rant in the private chat. Just please pray for the situation. Yeah, I don't want to get into it on the air or anything, but we'll definitely pray for it for sure. Nothing real major. Well, it's major, but it's kind of between us. But anyway, Mike said, if Indiana football can win a national championship, Eric can coach with a bunch of bald guys in the NFL. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, hey, fair enough.
I mean, anything is possible if you believe.
Well, you've already done more coaching than Arthur Smith, so you're okay.
Wow. Just run the ball. That's all I say. Anyway, run the dang ball.
Hey, look, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. Sure. All right, you guys.
There is now a level 0.
Yeah, exactly. I'll keep it above.
Panda.
It might be about 0.5. I'll keep it above 0, though. All right, guys. Let's get into some of these topics here so we can get the show on the road here. Let's get into some pro wrestling. How about that? Right, here we go. All righty, we got some stuff in pro wrestling. Obviously, we were in WrestleMania season in the WWE, and of course, before we get to that event, though, we've got another event coming up with Elimination Chamber, which we'll talk about in just a second. But some of the worst timing ever for injuries is right now during the biggest time of the year. It's their Super Bowl. WrestleMania.
You're telling me.
Yeah, well, yeah. Matt's wife notwithstanding, but yeah, definitely for sure. Never a good time. But Braun Breaker, the guy that WWE is pushing to be their potential next big star, has suffered a severe hernia injury while apparently lifting a commentary table to tip it over in anger last week on Monday Night Raw. And apparently the hernia is so bad he has to have surgery on it, and he is now scheduled to be out 12 weeks or at least up to 6 months. So that with WrestleMania being within about 10 weeks or so from now, this really puts in doubt his availability for the big annual event, where many people were speculating he would be wrestling Seth Rollins potentially to cap off that big feud. But it doesn't. I think WWE's trying to be optimistic that maybe he could return by then, but with a 12-week minimum window with 10 weeks to go, that's really going to be pushing it. So do you guys have any thoughts on Braun Breaker's injury here? Obviously, if Seth Rollins is ready to go now, maybe he has to focus on other members of the Vision, I guess. And all this kind of compounded with the fact that this week on Monday Night Raw, we got the Hooded Man once again making an appearance as he attacked Austin Theory. So I kind of worry that with Braun Breaker being out, this whole Hooded Man storyline where he's kind of going after the Vision, if many people speculated Seth Rollins, if it's him for ousting him from the group late last year. I kind of wonder if Braun Breaker's not there and it ends up being Seth Rollins, if this storyline is really going to be able to keep up the momentum without their main cog in the wheel for the storyline to work. So what are your guys' thoughts on what WWE could possibly do with the Hooded Man storyline as well with the injury to Braun Breaker? Any thoughts?
Okay, the Hooded Man, Seth Rollins.
Well, probably, but it's probably not.
I don't think it is. I think what they're trying to establish is Seth has got him another group to help him out. And I think we're going to find out that one of those Hooded Men is going to be Grayson Waller.
Yeah, I've been hearing that theory too.
This one right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because him and Theory were tag team for quite some time, and all that sort of stuff. Now, Waller's been hanging out with the New Day a lot.
Yeah,
Could the New Day factor into this somehow, or just Grayson Waller?
You could.
I mean, it could.
Yeah, it could. My big fear is just, and that very well could be the case. Maybe he's got himself another crew. But if it's just Seth Rollins, I mean, you could kind of stretch this out a little bit. Seth Rollins kind of just feud with Logan Paul. Maybe that's the match at WrestleMania at this point now. And then you could do like Austin Theory and Bronson Reed. You could have them go through the entire Vision leading up to Braun Breaker when he returns. Maybe you can do that match at SummerSlam or something if you're lucky. I mean, that's a possibility, but I just kind of worry because obviously this is going to throw their plans way off kilter. And and that's what I hate the most about this. I hate when real life gets in the way of good storytelling. And I thought this was going to be a good feud for these two guys. Obviously, WWE's original plans reports are now stating that Braun Breaker was set to actually win the Royal Rumble this year. And I'm kind of glad that didn't happen now, because if that would have happened, then now your main event for WrestleMania would have been completely out of whack without
Eric, was he injured? Was he injured before the Royal Rumble?
No, it was supposed to be taking place. Supposedly, I think the report stated it happened like 2 days after at the Raw.
I think that's weird because he was taken out of the Royal Rumble by the mysterious stranger.
He was, and
so I thought that was kind of
the whole story kind of
odd.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's more story related, but that is an interesting theory. If it did happen before him, maybe they wrote him out because
him out of the Royal
hernia.
Rumble, thinking he possibly could have been hurt.
I mean, that's possible. All the reporting I'm hearing, though, is it took place afterwards, though. But either way,
because it was that Monday Night Raw after the Rumble, like because because of what happened at the Rumble with him. He went to Raw that night, pissed, and he's like, "I'm taking over the show. It's my show. Or like, I'm gonna ruin the show or something." And then he flips the announcer's table, and that's when the rest of the Vision runs out and tries to kill his ass out.
And he didn't appear injured on the show, but
but adrenaline can make you not feel a lot of crap.
Exactly. I mean, you don't know it till later, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it was well done with him just complete. And I don't know if you've seen those new announce tables too. Those things are not the lightest looking things in the world.
No, they're sturdy.
And they don't crumble as easily either. But so yeah, I mean, if this is the case, this really does suck. But it sounds like you will at least be able to make this have legs and could push it into the summer. Like I said, and if that's the case, that'll be something to look forward to for the big summer event for sure. But yeah, it's just going to be a hit to the WrestleMania card. And I've heard that WWE is probably looking to other options to see what they can do with some of their storylines. So I'm kind of curious if some of those matches we were hoping for last week, whether they come to fruition or not. Mike said that hernias do suck. I've had 2 in my life, and my dad once had a double hernia. Oh my! The lower hernia I had when I was 22 was the worst. I've never had one, and I pray I don't. They sound.
Yeah, I really hope that does not happen. I was born with one.
What? Can that happen? I didn't know that.
I don't know.
I don't want to know.
I had a surgery on my hernia when I was born.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Still, no.
Well, you just came in the world with bad luck, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's just how it happened. So it's okay.
I hate to hear that, but anyway, on the injury front, we got more news. Chelsea Green on SmackDown apparently gave an update on her injury. Apparently, she broke her ankle. A lot of that going around apparently right now. She posted this on her social media saying, "Ankle break, spirit prevails. Nation watched in horror as resilient president finished wrestling match on live television," which is a picture of her X-ray on her break there. And then, of course, she went on to post pictures of her in a boot, and of course, pictures of her foot all bruised up and everything from the break as well. So this is rough to see. Hate to see it. And of course, the doctors have given her a 3-month timeline as well. So she's going to miss WrestleMania 2, which absolutely sucks. So, like I said, injuries are never a good thing, but yeah, it really sucks when it's during WrestleMania season for these guys and gals for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mike said these injuries are not helping WWE make up for the lackluster Mania from last year. Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that because when I heard about these injuries, my first thought was Las Vegas WrestleManias are cursed. That was my first thought. And we'll see how this year goes, but last year's was 50-50 for me. WrestleMania 9 is not considered one of the better ones, even though I kind of have a soft spot for it in my heart from growing up with it and all that, but I get why. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, it just feels like these Las Vegas Manias are not good times for sure. So we'll see how it ends up playing out. We'll kind of get a little bit of news about how WrestleMania is going to unfold when it comes to Elimination Chamber on Saturday, February 28th. About 2 weeks from now in Chicago, Illinois, as now we've got a little bit of an idea what the match card is starting to shape up to look like. Right now, we've got 2 qualified contenders in both the men's and the women's Elimination Chamber matches. Right now, Randy Orton and LA Knight have qualified for the men's chamber, and Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton have qualified for the women's Elimination Chamber matches. What do you guys think about those two? A lot of people are kind of hoping LA Knight will win and go on to WrestleMania to face Drew McIntyre to win the title. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I don't know what they're going to do with the WWE Undisputed Championship on SmackDown right now. It's a little up in the air, but this chamber will hopefully give us
that makes it unpredictable.
And it's a good thing in a lot of ways. But I don't know if they're going to put the belt on LA Knight or not. But Cody Rhodes is obviously probably going to be involved and all that stuff. But we'll see how SmackDown goes tonight. I know there was some qualifying matches going on as well. But so yeah, thoughts on these 4 entering the chambers?
I mean, I'm pretty happy about it.
I'm pretty happy about it, honestly. Yeah.
I just want to point out that we all did squares. I knew.
God,
when Damon had Roman Reigns, that I was screwed.
Yeah. Well,
I knew I was screwed.
I don't feel too bad. I didn't have any better squares than you did. So yeah,
I was say I can't say shit. My squares was ass.
I was good at picking random squares. That's
all. No,
see, I'm assuming Mike is talking about Elimination Chamber. He said ticket sales are also behind last year's pace, apparently. Now, if it's WrestleMania, I wouldn't be surprised on that one either. But I think he means
that's Mania.
Is it Mania? Well, I mean,
the Rumble being in Saudi Arabia, though.
Well, I've heard people talking about ticket sales not being where they were this time last year or something.
Well, that year for one, you're asking the same city to do it 2 years in a row. He's talking about Mania, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're asking the same city to do WrestleMania 2 years in a row, and a big event like WrestleMania. I mean, the prices have gone way, way, way up. And Monday Night Raw is coming to Indianapolis on March 2nd, which I didn't know until like last week. So I always hate when they announce ticket sales are on sale because you don't have any time to prep and get money. But even so, I looked at the prices for Raw, Monday Night Raw. Ringside tickets are $1,000. If you want like seats like Brandon where me and you sat for AEW, kind of like the first incline, $200 some dollars, which the tickets for AEW were about $80. Now, granted, I understand WWE's popular right now, and TKO is going to bank on all that. I understand that, but people just can't afford these prices consistently. I've seen signs in WWE saying at the shows saying, thanks TKO, this is my last WWE show for a long while until these prices come down. But until people stop paying for it, they're going to keep charging it. So if you want the prices to come down, you're just going to have to not go to the shows. Unfortunately, it's just what they're going to have to deal with. But yeah, I mean, I understand Raw or WrestleManias and like SummerSlams, all this stuff being expensive, but yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I can see why Mania's definitely not got the attendance for the ticket sales just yet, but we'll see how it ends up playing out. But we also got for the Elimination Chamber, we got Becky Lynch will be defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship against AJ Lee. So good to see AJ Lee back on television, first of all.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her more than that one match in Indianapolis at WrestlePalooza, really. She wasn't even in the Royal Rumble, but here she is going to come back and challenge for Becky Lynch's championship here. Part of me is a little surprised this is not at WrestleMania. I think this would be your WrestleMania match, unless they're maybe building something to where I can maybe see a fatal 4-way with these two ladies, Maxine Dupree, who AJ Lee actually helped win the title off Becky Lynch, and maybe Natalya, Natty. Maybe you could do that fatal 4-way, maybe, but I just figure one-on-one match at Mania would probably be the better place for it, but it's in Chicago, so that's why they're doing AJ Lee here. Thoughts on this women's Intercontinental title match?
I am excited to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with AJ coming back, it's good to see her back in the ring, and no matter what, we just haven't seen. This will be her first singles match since she's been back for sure, so that'll be interesting to check out. But yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes if this plays into WrestleMania more. Maybe with some of those other contenders, like I mentioned, we'll have to wait and see. We also got the main event for Elimination Chamber announced, despite the fact that apparently CM Punk will be defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. He now will be defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor at Elimination Chamber, which is great. But does this kind of a Brody King situation to where we obviously know probably Finn Balor's probably not going to win this, or could they potentially pull the WrestleMania 30 thing here and do the undercard thing and potentially pull us a swerve and add Finn Balor to the WrestleMania match, maybe losing this match at Chamber, going on to maybe win at WrestleMania as the underdog against these two guys? Could that be a potential possibility? I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe.
I mean,
Money in the Bank already happened, right?
No, it's in July.
It's in July.
Yeah, the briefcase has already been spent, so yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
June or July.
I don't know. Unless they have him lose this and then maybe give it to him with Money in the Bank and let him cash in.
I actually think the more likely scenario, even though I know a lot of people are like, well, Finn Balor's already had this title. I think that what's going to happen at Elimination Chamber, somehow Finn Balor will lose the World Heavyweight Championship due to Dominic Mysterio, and it's going to set up Finn versus Dominic at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah,
that's what I think will happen. And it will further the split of the Judgment Day. At least Finn Balor's
exit from it. Didn't they just have an interaction last Monday with Dom and Finn?
Pretty much. Yeah.
But I'd hate for it to be one of those things that like he just doesn't get it, because he didn't have a fair shake. Or maybe it'll roll back around to him and we'll get him and Roman at WrestleMania. Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Or the rematch between him and Seth by WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be interesting. I would be kind of out of the blue, but I'm not saying it's not possible. Because if they're trying to figure out what to do with Seth too, you know what I mean? If there's no Braun, I mean, that may be something that could possibly come up. Yeah, that's interesting to think about. But yeah, I mean, I don't see CM Punk not being in that match at WrestleMania somehow. So I'm thinking Punk will probably retain at Chamber. But yeah, I mean, Finn Balor is definitely the wild card here. We'll see what they end up doing, especially if they're going to push him. Otherwise, it just feels like he's got that Sami Zayn syndrome where he's just not, got to that top of the mountain. I mean, he did once, but they've not put it back on him since. And it's like, it's just a shame for sure. But we'll see what they end up doing with that. As, like I said, Elimination Chamber is coming up in a couple weeks' time. Are you excited for that event? It seems like Chicago's been getting these like every year now. So it's also kind of like a Chicago type thing. Yeah. So, any other thoughts on Chamber?
Yeah. And plus, I don't see him. It would be a big swerve though if he loses in Chicago, to Balor.
That's for remember
since he won in Ireland,
and I know Roman taking the belt off of him is like a thing, but this little feud right now is more personal than a belt. So even if say Balor beats him, the belt doesn't have to be in or on the line, so to speak, for these two to have a WrestleMania match.
No. I mean, it is here, but and Finn could even beat him without changing the title, changing hands somehow to further something as well. There's a lot of ways this could go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious. Like I said, I just feel like it's probably leading more to that Dominic match somehow, some way. Whether he gets beat straight up here or if Dominic somehow maybe inadvertently costs him, maybe trying to help him, quote unquote, and then he ends up, costing him the title. Kind of like Liv Morgan did last week when she was inadvertently trying to help Raquel Rodriguez, but cost her the women's world title. I could see something like that happening. Yeah, I mean, and again, the whole judgment thing there's just a mess. So which I think that is still on pace to implode probably by the time Mania rolls around, in my opinion. So yeah. Thoughts on WWE?
Nope.
No, all good with WWE. Yeah.
Although Finn, you're right though. Finn and Dom could put some asses in seats, like it's legit. Like,
yeah, good.
Because Dom is nowhere near where he was when he first started. You know what I mean? As far as in-ring skill, he's come a long fucking way.
He's developed quite nicely there.
And I still say a good benchmark for a lot of guys in the ring, besides AJ Styles, besides John Cena, like Finn Balor.
Yeah.
And I think him and Dom could have a hell of a match too.
Oh yeah, they could.
Especially at WrestleMania.
Assuming Dom is ready to go. I know he's back on television, but I don't know if he's like ready to ring ready. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's cleared. But either way, it's just good to have him back on television to further storylines and stuff for sure. Mike says he thinks that Finn beats Dom for the Intercontinental title, then gets a rematch with his mustache on the line, title versus stash. I mean, you could. I mean, that'd be something.
Hilarious.
But I still say if they don't do mask versus mask, El Grande Americano.
I can see a world where Dom gets beat by Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I can see a world where Dom beats Finn Balor.
Yeah, actually, I wouldn't be surprised.
Finn's got the muscle.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do Dom versus beating Finn Balor actually to further Dom.
Well, push from the crowd is what I mean.
Oh yeah. I got you. Okay. For sure. All right. Well, on the flip side of that, we got a little bit of AEW news, a couple shocking bits of news, actually, which is good in a way and not so good in another way, I think, in my personal opinion. Kyle Fletcher this week on Dynamite defeated Tommaso Ciampa to become the TNT champion once again. Interesting how Ciampa loses Sylvie after being the TNT champion for just 12 days. That part, I don't understand the booking whatsoever outside of wanting Fletcher to defend the title in his home country of Australia this weekend. But even then, it doesn't make much sense to me. I guess the one bright side would be that they did do a good job of making you believe that any championship can indeed change hands at any given show, including the fact on this same Dynamite we had another title change when AEW Women's World Champion Chris Statlander was defeated by Tekla with a little bit of help from Julia Hart and Sky Blue as well, as the Babes of Wrath were already on the plane to Australia. But so Tekla is now your new AEW Women's World Champion, the Toxic Spider, as it were. So I'm happy for her, but yeah, again, it's kind of a bit out of nowhere for both of these title changes, really. Maybe they just got something planned for the Grand Slam show in Australia, especially in Kyle Fletcher's case. But yeah, just interesting to see that both these championships changed hands kind of abruptly. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? I don't know how Brandon will feel about Ciampa losing the title, but it's interesting.
Shitty.
Well, not only that, you bring him in and debut him and win the title. 12 days later, you don't have it no more. You know, it's like
but you could have built up a hell of a match between the two.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't get me wrong. They did have a hell of a match. They could have built the storyline.
But the story behind it, I don't know, man. That's
the only thing that makes, like I said, they want Fletcher to defend the title at the Australia show. And here's the card. We're going to go over this just a little bit here. Part of the reason why is because they want to do Mark Briscoe versus Kyle Fletcher, number 7, I guess the 7th in the series, as it were, and a ladder match to end the series. But if you're going to do that, and you knew you were going to do that, why didn't you just keep the title on Mark Briscoe the whole time?
Yeah.
You know, so that part to me is like, it makes not much sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like seeing Ciampa, and I'm glad he was the title holder, and I'm sure he'll still have other good days in AEW. Even some rumors maybe or Gargano and Candice LeRae may be headed that way too. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But like I said, if you want to do the 7th match in the series, great. I think it's going to be a great ladder match. But I just don't know why you had to do that and, switch the title back to Fletcher. It really just kind of, hot potatoing the title, as it were, and it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah,
but But as for the actual show on Saturday, I think it's pretty stacked here. We got Jon Moxley defending his Continental Championship against Konosuke Takeshita, which I think could be good. Remember, Takeshita beat Jon Moxley in the Continental Classic, and Moxley has yet to beat Takeshita in this Continental Championship run here. We also got Hangman Adam Page versus Andrade El Idolo. The winner gets the world title match at Revolution. We got a mixed tornado tag. Loser of the fall has their head shaved. So this is Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta and Marina Shafir. I got a feeling Wheeler Yuta is clearly getting his head shaved here, if you can't tell by the head of hair he's got there. So he'll probably be taking the fall. That's my prediction. The best of 7 ladder match there, I guess you could say. Babes of Wrath.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
You don't think so?
At this point, I don't put it past Miss Spontaneous. What's her name? Tony Storm. Mm-hmm. To be the one to shave her head.
I know they've been kind of teasing like she would maybe shave her head, and Orange Cassidy too. But yeah, I mean, I maybe, but I just feel like the most obvious answer here is Wheeler Yuta, because the hair's been all on his face for months. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, if it is Orange or something, boy, or Tony even for that matter, yeah. But whoever takes the pinfall or whatnot, they have to shave their head, which is going to be crazy. But we also got the Babes of Wrath defending their AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships against the Mega Bad, Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne, and of course the AEW World Championship, Brody King challenging MJF for the championship here in Australia. So thoughts on this card? Obviously it'll be in the normal Collision slot on TNT and on HBO Max, 2.5 hour show, but they're going to probably treat this as a bit of a mini pay-per-view, as it were. So what are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to win? What are you looking forward to?
Sorry.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Tanosuke and Moxley should be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no way that Adam Page and Andrade won't be good. The best of 7 thing, here's the thing. I wish they would have done it like a true best of 7. Because then
Cesaro and Sheamus comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't just say it is because it's their 7th match that they've had. Like, that makes no sense.
And I even off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you who's got, if they're tied or not. 3
They said they were, though.
They were? Okay, I didn't check. Okay.
But it's like you could have built up to that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
even more so. It feels kind of randomly put together. I will say that. And like I said, it'll be a hell of a match. It'll be a great ladder match, much like Champ and Fletcher was on Dynamite. Absolutely, it was outstanding. But yeah, when it comes to if you were wanting to push the best of 7 thing, maybe you could have gone into that a little further. I do agree with that.
That's my only gripe with it. Like, I know to be good.
Yeah,
it's just there's opportunities to do certain things, and it's like, yo, this would work. But then you just don't do it, and then you just say stuff, and it's like, all right, well, then that's the new thing. But how enjoyable would it have been if Kyle Fletcher still had that title? They've gone back and forth, and the 7th match, he puts the title on the line, and Mike finally beats him. Breaks the tie,
right?
And then that's how he starts his reign. And then Ciampa could challenge whoever, and then build another story there,
or you could have held Ciampa's debut.
Sylvie.
Yeah, like
until
you could have held
his
debut this week, and the winner he comes out and challenges after that, and you build from there. I mean, that's an interesting point. So, and like Mike said, no offense to Ciampa, but I've never liked someone getting even a title match right away after debuting. I mean, I get trying to make the splash, trying to make it newsworthy, and you don't want to beat the guy in his first match either. But yeah, I mean, to your point, I mean, you could have built that a little differently and actually done it a little bit better, probably in a lot of respects when it comes to building that. So, again, love the Ciampas in AEW, no doubt about it. But I think there are ways you could have maybe made it just a little bit better for sure. And we got the Slar in the chat says, "Hey Dragons," by the way. So go ahead, Brent.
The World Tag match, the females tag match. I still like the Babes of Wrath because I really like Willow, but at the same time, But at the same time, never mind. I'll keep that statement the way I did. And then the whole MJF and Brody King thing.
Yeah.
Again, you could have made it more believable. Brody King's not winning this match.
Well, and a part of me wonders if maybe they did the title match changes this week to maybe give you the idea, like, okay, any title can change at any given time. That's proof of it. So maybe they want you to believe that Brody will walk away with the title here. If that's the case, I understand the booking to some respect, but it sounds like it's not going to happen. Now, we'll see how that ends up going with Brody King, because there were reports this week that Brody King was blocked by Warner Brothers Discovery from being on AEW television this week. He was not on the Go Home show for the AEW Grand Slam Australia show. MJF cut like a video package promoting the match and stuff, but Brody King and MJF were both not on the show. A lot of people believe it has to do with this Abolish ICE shirt that he was wearing at AEW last summer, whatever. And really at the time, it wasn't a big deal. He come out with the shirt on. People had their opinions on it, sure. But, and he hasn't really worn it since that I'm aware of. And this was in Mexico, so it made, at least in his mind, some sense to wear it here. But after last week, you okay, Matt? Brother. Anyway, so after last week,
they went your added audio, Eric. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe mute it before you throw it next time. But
my chair broke.
Yeah, exactly. But anywho, so last week when Brody King was trying to win the Eliminator match to get the match against MJF, during that match, which only lasted about a minute anyway, people in the crowd started chanting F ICE, which got a lot of people thinking that Warner Brothers was the one who pulled them from the show. And this was reported on by Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer. Now, he's been right at times. He's been wrong at times. A lot of people love Dave. A lot of people can't stand Dave. But as always, when you read the dirt sheets, which is what Dave Meltzer, his entire website is based around, you got to understand that those are taken with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? So that theory was floated out there, and apparently, according to Fightful Select, which is another dirt sheet website as well, but they seem to be a little bit more reputable than some others. Apparently, Warner Brothers Discovery put out this statement in regards to Brody King, and they stated Warner Brothers Discovery did not have any involvement in Brody King's upcoming AEW schedule. Any speculation to the contrary is categorically false. Brody is scheduled to appear during the next AEW event, which will air this Saturday on TNT and HBO Max, which is the Australia show we've been talking about. So, obviously, WB is going to come out and say that, regardless whether they put that out there or not. They probably don't want to, save their own bacon a little bit there. What's going to be telling is if Brody King does not win the AEW championship and you don't see him on television again, that may be your sign that WB made the call. Otherwise, he may lose the belt like we figure, and he still may get pushed. What I'm hoping he'll still get pushed, despite for the fact I don't necessarily agree with his political views. But regardless, that doesn't take away from what he does for the business and as a professional wrestler. And I really like his character and all that sort of stuff. So do you guys think this was WB's call? I keep saying WBD's call. Do you think it was a Tony Khan call, or they could have just been as easily on the plane to Australia already and didn't have him live?
My theory is that's why.
That's literally what I was going to say. I just think he was on his way to Australia.
Yeah, they made a point that said,
I don't think it's any deeper than that, to be honest with you.
It's not.
Yeah. So if that's the case, this is just this case of the dirt sheet spread and all this sort of stuff to get clicks and stuff like that. You know how the game works and all that sort of thing. So, but like I said, if you really want to see how it goes, if Brody King, even if he loses the title, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But if he's not on television after that because of their fear of the chance, then you'll have your answer. Whether it was a WWE call or not. But yeah, so we'll see how that ends up playing out. But yeah, I don't think any of us necessarily think that he's going to win the world title, because I feel like MJF will be the guy that will probably either face Hangman or Andrade at Revolution. That's kind of my thought there. Either way, I think MJF could probably work for it. I can see it being Hangman because MJF kind of inserted himself in that match and took the title off of Hangman without Hangman actually. No, I think it was Joe who had the title. Either way, but Hangman was a part of that match. But yeah, so we'll see how it ends up playing out. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what goes. But before we move on from AEW, though, another big match that is going to take place, which I thought was going to take place at Revolution, is actually taking place on Dynamite this week for the first time ever. Kenny Omega versus Swerve Strickland, kind of furthering this feud for Swerve was kind of getting involved, trying to prevent prevent Kenny from getting a screwdriver to the head against Andrade and inadvertently cost Kenny the title shot. So now these guys are beefing. So should be, again, an outstanding match. I don't know what this is going to play into the overall storyline and the world title picture moving forward, but can't wait for this one on Dynamite this week. What do you guys think about these two going head to head for the first time?
Yeah,
it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to win this one?
They're definitely maybe, but they're definitely positioning Hangman. Why do I keep saying Hangman for Kenny? They keep positioning Kenny as if he is going to win the world title. And now that he's back to his old self, as it were, like a final run type situation. So I can see maybe Kenny getting it this time personally, but I'm not going to be surprised either way here. Not. I mean, this whole thing ended up in a big brawl at the end of at the beginning of the Dynamite this week, where both these guys fell off the stage through a table. So yeah, they were beating the crap out of each other at the beginning of the show. So this is going to be a fight for sure. So either way,
yeah, I agree. Like either way, it's going to be good. But like, I don't know. Because my money's on Kenny, but at the same time, if your ultimate goal is to build up Kenny to get the title, that means either it's going to be MJF or it's going to be Ospreay if Ospreay returns.
Or it's Andrade, which they've kind of built up with Kenny already a little bit. But man, Kenny just lost to Andrade by nefarious means. I mean, maybe Andrade wins and maybe Brody does hold it for like a month. Or I don't know. I doubt it.
I don't want him to be a transitional champion.
Yeah, I don't want that
either. It doesn't matter because if Ospreay comes back by Wembley,
yes,
he's going to win the title.
And they have been putting out video packages with Ospreay talking about potential a return eventually. They're not giving any dates or anything like that, but yeah, it's. I agree with you. If Ospreay is back by Wembley, he will win the world title there, as he should, I think. But against and just imagine Kenny versus Ospreay. That I think that is the match. To be quite honest with you, I think they wanted to maybe even do that last year at one point. They were teasing it heavily at one point. So yeah, I mean, I'm down for that too. But yeah, it just all depends on how we get there. But yeah, MJF is probably going to, I think, wrestle Kenny in the long run here at some point. Maybe Double or Nothing in May. I can maybe see it happening there, and then you could do Kenny with the title up till All In at that point. That's probably what I would do. But we'll see if I end up being right on that one for sure. So yeah, that'll do it for. I think that's all.
But what do you do with Swerve?
That's a good question. But there's a lot of guys like you can ask that question about right now, kind of like, well, in some respects. Oh, sorry, Matt. But anyway, you dropped out. Yeah,
I appreciate you taking me in and out, though. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you did that. My bad. I didn't do it.
No,
but anyway,
give me a minute to.
Oh, you're fine. That's what to do with Swerve. I don't know. I mean, Joe's on the shelf too. But yeah, there's somebody. It's so top heavy right now. It's like it's like even with Kenny and Swerve right now. I think it will turn around and end up being in the world title picture. But right now they're not. So you're going to have to do something like that in the meantime. I think.
I have a wrestling related question.
Sure.
I heard something from a news site, and I don't know if this is credible or not, but they told me it said that Samoa Joe is no longer wrestling. Is that true?
No, he's still an active member of the roster.
I thought so. I thought that was
I think he's just injured right now. I don't know how badly, but and I don't think he's filming any more Twisted Metal right now, so it's nothing like that. But which I still need to catch up on, by the way. I've heard that's actually
me too,
for sure. Before we move on from wrestling completely, Mike said, I just want to find out who all these Americanos are. Yeah, I don't know, big mystery.
Yeah,
I mean that's like still like one of the greatest stories in luchador.
It will go down as one of the greatest stories in luchador history for sure.
Absolutely. And anybody who says anything different, they're lying to you.
Yep. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't know ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't know lucha ball for sure.
They don't know lucha ball.
Lucha ball for sure.
Okay.
And then he said, random wrestling question. Do any of you miss the old steel barricades, or do you prefer the barricades we've had for decades in WWE now? And AEWs have still kind of got them a little bit. They're kind of transitioning a little bit more to softer barricades too. I mean, I understand, like, for the health of the wrestler, obviously. But But yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that's still kind of nostalgic for those old steel barricades. Even the old steel cages, like the blue steel cages. Like I was black there for a while too, and now we got these red Hell in a Cells and stuff with just fencing or and all that sort of stuff. So what do you guys think about the barricades and stuff?
Yeah, I kind of miss them. I mean, they were.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's.
I have an unrelated question. And it's podcast related.
Okay. We're done with wrestling for the most part anyway. Yeah.
Do you think that the Phase 3 clone trooper would kick a stormtrooper's ass?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so too, Eric. I agree.
Why is that?
Because the stormtroopers were not bred for war. Stormtroopers were basically recruited.
One clone.
Basically, stormtroopers were like the modern day version of low wage employment, just to be cannon fodder to keep the peace, as it were.
Yeah,
clone troopers were bred for war. Complete difference, big time difference. That's why stormtroopers in the original trilogy couldn't hit anything with their blasters because they had no training.
Nope.
Really?
Or minimum training. Yeah, it's part of the lore.
Wow.
It was explored more in like the Rebels animated series and some of the books. And stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I genuinely did not know that.
Yeah, then and explain the clone troopers training and all that stuff more in the animated stuff too.
Me and my father had this debate. That's why I brought it up.
Well, okay, I know you guys had the debate on who shot first, Han or Greedo. Han wins that fight every time. If you're an old,
for sure.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
and I'm not that knowledgeable in Star Wars.
Well, see, if you're around from the original days before they changed things in the special editions, Han indeed did shoot first. Now
he was.
Yeah, but yeah, what did your dad say about the
matters? They were both going to shoot.
He said that Han shot first.
Well, no, what did he say about the trooper thing?
Oh, he said that he thought the stormtroopers were better equipped, but he said the clone troopers were the best.
Okay, I can give him that. Not too bad. I like those kind of debates, though, for sure. And we'll talk a smidge about Star Wars here in just a little bit.
I didn't know that, though. I didn't know. Yeah. I just thought, well, I guess if you clone troopers, they were like super soldiers in that aspect, right?
Yeah, they phased the clone troopers out in the very beginning of, I think it was the beginning of Bad Batch. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's right after episode 3. Well, and a lot of it's not so much. A lot of it's not
Bad Batch.
Yeah, and a lot of it's not so much just phasing out. It's the fact that they were genetically engineered to age rapidly to be ready for war when they needed them. So by the time the end of the Clone Wars happened in episode 3, they were getting too old. So they just started remaking, since the Empire had already taken over the galaxy, they just started recruiting like whoever wants to join to keep the peace, or whatever it was, who wanted to be loyal to the Empire. And in those cases, they didn't have the military training. I do like this one from Mike too. He said, "Who wins between stormtroopers and Star Trek red shirts?" That's
that'd be a good question.
And I know Damon knows this, but if you know anything about Star Trek, the red shirts, the guys in Star Trek who wore red always died on the way missions and stuff. Probably stormtroopers, but they still couldn't hit them with their blasters. So
I don't know how that would go.
The red shirt would find a different way to die. It would be some inconsequential way, some dumb way.
And yet the red shirt would still die.
Neither of them could shoot with a dong anyway.
That's kind of how that would go.
Yep, I can see that for sure. Well, I kind of like this spirit here. Let's get into some of the movie stuff here. We got a couple things to talk about and some stuff in rapid fire. So let's check it out. Here we go.
No Doomsday trailer on the Super Bowl.
No Doomsday, no Spider-Man, brand new day, but we do got a little bit of Spider something in just a minute. But before we hit that, though, we got a trailer that did drop during the Super Bowl. It didn't air during the commercials or anything, but you can find it online. There were a few like little teases during the Super Bowl, but then there was a couple that really had no trailers whatsoever. It was like, that was a waste of 30-second spot. I was talking to you, Star Wars, but we'll get to that in just a second. Right. But one trailer that did drop during the Super Bowl and online is the new trailer for the Minions 3 movie, which has now been retitled Minions and Monsters. So let's check out this trailer real quick with a set of new Minions taking over the lead role, which we'll talk about after the trailer. Well, let's check it out. Here we go.
Oh, you see those large, heavily armed men? They suspect you have killed their leader, and they want you dead.
Quick?
Okay, action!
He said quick.
We're just actors.
This movie looks great.
That was perfect.
They've definitely got that Three Stooges humor. You know what I mean? Like,
Monster movie. What are you going to use for your monster? Uh-huh.
Oh no.
oh god, is that Cthulhu?
They summon Cthulhu. They don't summon Cthulhu?
What?
He squeaks.
So you need monsters for your movie. I know the scariest monsters. Don't be scared though, they're such good guys.
Yeah, I bet.
Try not to look too delicious.
Oh my god.
Is that Kevin Hart?
Definitely.
Oh, wow.
That movie looks so good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks pretty entertaining, and the Minions are just. I mean, what can you say? They're the
I like
Minions.
that they added the minions and monsters to it.
Yeah, added a new little element to it, which is kind of intriguing for sure. And what's even more intriguing too is obviously they released the first poster, but then they apparently we got the new leads in this movie, the 3 new Minions: Stuart, Kevin, and Bob, who are the ones who've been leading the last few Minions movies, as pictured right here. Apparently, they don't appear to be the leads of this film. Not to say they won't be in it, but it seems like it's going to be a new trio, as it were, from the looks of things, which is perfectly fine. I got no problem with it. To me, the Minions are the Minions. I don't necessarily need to have a specific one. But yeah, definitely that slapstick humor, which is very, very funny to a lot of people. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm looking forward to it. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah,
Monsters a good
I've watched
addition?
all of them. I've watched all the Minions movies. Obviously, why I'm not gonna watch this one. I've watched all the Despicable Me movies too, which have the Minions in it. Like, I like these movies because they're just a good, stupid, silly time.
Yeah.
I like how Matt's like brushing his
mustache,
like he's sophisticated,
working on they're hatching an evil plan or some shit.
Yeah, you know how he's always scheming. So
Yeah.
he's got the mustache to match now, which is outstanding. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this has kind of got this. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like Monsters Inc. type. I mean, maybe a little bit of that in this too. But a lot of people kind of feel like it's maybe. I mean, obviously there was a shot of this the rabbit in there, which kind of looked like Kevin Hart's rabbit from Secret Life of Pets. A lot of people thought that may be like a crossover, which is also an Illumination property. I mean, maybe that's kind of a thing. Yeah, but so I mean, I'd be down with it, but we'll have to wait and see if that ends up being a thing. And I think they are, if I'm not mistaken, working on another Despicable Me movie as well. So this is a long-running franchise at this point. It's been around for many years. As I think Brandon pointed out one other time we talked about the Minions. As long as there are kids around, the Minions will have an audience for sure. So I have no problem with that whatsoever. So let's know what you guys think in the comments about what you think about the Minions movies. You like them? You want to see more? Are you excited for this one? Comment below. Let us know what you guys think. Mike said Kevin, Stewart, and Bob probably asked for too much to star again. Asked for too many bananas. Fair point. I mean, at some point, after 2 movies, you're going to go for the threequel. You got to have the little bit of increase in pay. You know what I mean?
They probably ranked in on the bananas.
I enjoy the Despicable Me movies.
Yeah, I mean, those are good too.
Yeah,
I thought those movies were good.
I mean, at some point, I don't know. I saw the last one in theater with my niece and nephew and stuff, and I know Rob was entertained, but it didn't feel quite as funny. But again, I'm older too. I'm not the demographic for it as much. Plus, it could just be one of those things that after 3 or 4 in that series 2 now, maybe it's just like is starting to wear off. But the Minions are always going to be funny to me. I go to the. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you can tell me if you agree with me. When I go to when I go to the Despicable Me movies, I go for the Minions. I don't go for Gru as much. Nothing against that character or anything, which I love Steve Carell too. But
Gru's character kind of brought it in. The Minions were really what made it funny.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
I mean, as Mike said in the chat, maybe they are the Americanos. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, they do speak their own language. I will say that, which is a thing, by the way. If you didn't know, the Minions, you can learn how to speak Minion.
Oh boy!
Much like you can learn how to speak Klingon. I know, David.
No, that's a real thing too.
It's a real thing.
Yep, they've translated the Bible into Klingon.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Jesus,
exactly. I don't know how they say it in Klingon, but
yeah.
Anyway, something that yeah, exactly. Anyway.
I've watched Deep Space Nine at least 3 or 4 times through.
Jesus. I need to watch it once. I haven't watched it. That's the one I never really got.
Deep Space Nine is probably the best Star Trek series.
Okay, fair enough. Next Generation is my favorite, but I'm gonna have to check your word on that.
Wait till you get all of Captain Sisko.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll take that up. I know I got a lot of catching up to do on Star Trek TV, at least.
He's honestly kind of the first black captain that Star Trek focuses on, and
I gotcha.
Oh my God, they knock it out of the park.
Sweet.
So that reminds me of this time, like the whole Star Trek and Klingon thing. There's this lady that my mom used to babysit for because she would go to these Klingon like get-togethers and shit, like full makeup and all that.
Oh wow!
Oh dear God!
And she met this guy there, and like they had a fucking wedding that was full-on Klingon wedding.
Oh wow!
And I remember. I'll never forget it because like I've seen her dressed up like 2 times at this point, but to see her new husband and like half of the audience, like attendees, just dressed up, and they read from a Klingon book. I couldn't understand any of it, but it just I remember that moment. The one time they came out, the first time I seen her dressed up, they came out in like leather, and it was crazy work. And he had this big sword thing that Klingons have.
The batleth. I was about ready to say, when it gets to that point, does anybody have any reason some dude just stands up with a batleth in his hand?
They played the dun 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 fight music. They did a thing at the reception. They did like a little battle or whatever, but it was like in celebration. Like the whole thing was cool. Like,
and you know what?
Well thought out.
I know the name of that battle in the wedding ceremony in Klingon weddings. It's the Battle of Caleb.
They did all that.
I know the lore behind it. It's Caleb and his wife at the time battled the gods of the Klingon gods. That's how the Klingon. That's what the wedding ceremony represents in Klingon is the battle against the gods.
And I can't say too much as a Star Wars fan. There's been plenty of wedding videos out there of like lightsaber duels and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, there's no, raising them up and they have to walk under them, that sort of thing.
That's crazy.
But I will say, not to give too much spoiler, but you do actually get to see that in Deep Space Nine.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah.
And Eric, who's one of your favorite characters in the Next Generation?
Well, I know there's a lot of crossover. Obviously Picard is probably my favorite, but I know Worf is in Deep Space Nine. I do know that. Okay, he's the Klingon. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean I know the movies rather well, and I know the movie. What was it? First Contact, I think.
Yeah, First Contact.
Yeah, I think the ship he's on is tied into it.
Defiant.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Now we're speaking deep nerd territory, but I love it.
It is really a good show. It's a slow burn up until Worf gets there and into the Dominion War the sets. But once you get into the Dominion War and stuff, oh dear God, does it just
Well, I'm glad that the files I have where I saved all my Star Trek shows and stuff, they're in chronological order with the series. So if they cross over, it's supposed to make narrative sense. So I'm hoping to watch it that way and see how it goes. So yeah, well, that I could use a rewatch on the old school Next Generation, all that stuff too. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah,
get back into watching it. Like my stepdad used to watch it.
My dad's a huge fan. My dad, he grew up with it. So
yeah, and like that, and there's this other show. It was like Star Trek, but under the sea. It was called like Sequest, I think it was called.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah. I don't think it's related to Star Trek, but it's
No, it's not. But it's like, yeah.
Now, while we're on the subject here, just because I want to ask Damon, I don't know if you've had a chance to watch, or do you have any opinions on that new series, Starfleet Academy? Which I know is getting ripped to shreds, but
it is absolutely gonna rip that.
I've not seen any of it, but
I haven't watched it either because I haven't been able to watch any of the new Star Trek. Anything like super new, I haven't been able to watch. Although I will say, one of the, I think it was episode 5, they kind of actually brought back Cisco.
Oh, okay. I know the Doctor from Voyager is supposed to be in a little bit too. So that's intriguing. To me though,
they brought back Sirach Lofton, the actor that played Jake Cisco.
The kid.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Which is again kind of cool. The actor grew up in the timeline. It makes sense. And some,
there's a lot of good episodes with that involve Jake.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe it's something I'll have to give a try then. I know it's got all this stigma about it.
I would definitely recommend Deep Space Nine.
Okay. The one, I guess to me though, the one series I want from Star Trek is Star Trek Legacy that picks up after Picard season 3.
I didn't mind the new one.
I wish that which one
they made with what's his name?
Patrick
you know what
Stewart.
I'm talking about, Eric.
Patrick Stewart.
Okay, if it was Patrick Stewart, I didn't mind those. I'm talking about the one where it's like it came out like not too long ago.
Give me a character name.
Do you know any?
I can't remember. I think J.J. Abrams did it.
Oh, you're talking about the movies with Chris Pine and
Zach I didn't mind those.
Well, those are over. I'm sorry to tell you.
That was also what got me into Star Trek. By the
way. That 2009 movie especially was very well done.
Yeah, that
kind of a reboot. Yeah,
that one got me into the Star Trek.
Yeah, the original one where they just made it.
Yeah, that was a good movie. And Chris Hemsworth is there playing his father too, Kirk's father in that.
Yeah,
about the time he was in the Thor movies. So
Strange New Worlds is also a good series.
I've been hearing that too.
That's like the only one I could watch out of like the new made stuff.
Yeah, it's just that Star Trek
that incorporates older characters, so that's probably why.
Oh yeah. I like some of the OG characters for sure, even if they are new actors for certain. But speaking of other franchises, though, like I said, there was no Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer at the Super Bowl or Avengers, which was reported that Marvel Studios was not going to release those, and that's to be expected. However, we did get a Marvel trailer this week, and it is of course Spider-Noir starring Nicolas Cage, which is the live-action Amazon Prime series coming on May 27th, which is basically a spin-off from the Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse movies with Spider-Noir, which Nicolas Cage voiced in those movies. Here he is in live action playing a version of that character, the Ben Reilly version in the series here, not the Peter Parker version. So here is a trailer for the new upcoming Amazon series coming out in May. So I thought we'd take a look at it and we'll talk about it. Here we go.
Black and white.
Yeah. I chose the trailer in color, but yes, they are giving you the option to watch this series in classic noir, black and white, or in full color. So it's up to you. But yeah, I kind of feel like it would suit the noir, no color, as it were, probably better.
Yeah,
it's just got that feel to it. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of intrigued by it. Like I said, very trippy, very Nick Cage for sure. That's my first reaction to it.
Very Nick Cage.
And I liked that tagline. What was it? With no power comes no responsibility. Kind of like that too.
Here's my question: is it in the MCU?
No. This would be a separate Spider universe, I would say. All things considered, but again, in the grand multiverse, you never know. I'm not saying he's going to
Spider. The second one referenced the MCU universe.
It did. Yeah. The
At least
actually
one of them did.
yeah, the Into the Spider-Verse films actually reference it, even show the tree, as it were, with the multiverse that Loki even is involved with in his series. So it very much is, hinted at, if not completely alluded to, that it takes place in the wider multiverse of the Marvel universe. So not saying Spider-Noir is going to end up in Avengers Secret Wars or anything like that, but never say never.
Who knows?
I mean, if you do, you could obviously get Nick Cage to be Ghost Rider and all that sort of stuff as well in Secret Wars, if that ended up being the case. So the details we know about this show so far is that it is, of course, going to be 8 episodes long, can be watched in color or black and white. It follows Spider-Man Noir investigating assassination attempts on the crime boss Silvermane. Versions of popular Spider-Man villains, including Sandman, will appear as well. God bless you. And of course, like I said, the series will debut on May 27th. So not too far off, and about 2 months before the new Spider-Man movie too, which is interesting, which is also owned by Sony. So I mean, definitely intrigued for sure. And anytime with Marvel, I'm open, and I'm of course I've yet to watch Wonder Man yet, to be totally transparent. I've actually heard really good things about that.
I haven't watched it either.
But I thought it looked terrible. But I've been hearing some decent things, so I'm going to have to get on to that. Maybe I'll try to watch some of that this weekend, see what I can find on it. But so we'll see how this ends up going. You guys excited?
Oh yeah, I mean,
it looks cool.
I like the way they did it. Like they kept it, like the fact that you can watch it in black and white, but it's still like it's gritty, it's dark. It's not like your happy-go-lucky like Spider-Man kid in high school story. Like, I think you had to go that way with this story, and I'm also intrigued of like.
I like the detective aspect of it, which those old like gangster type movie type things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, it's very much Humphrey Bogart.
Yes,
like Dick Tracy.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a great movie, by the way. Matt maybe never
seen that. A great comparison.
Yeah, Dick Tracy. You ever seen that movie, Matt? Came back like in the early 90s. Oh, good movie. Absolutely. I mean, it had some very bombastic characters in it too, but
but I think that's the way this was it set in
the way the genre works.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even Bogart's movies had those bombastic characters.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. But speaking of noir too, did you know that they released? It's been a while ago now that they released a black and white noir version of Logan with Hugh Jackman as well. Yeah, that's actually I've got it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool too. So it actually plays well with it too. I'm not gonna lie to you. So for sure, definitely I recommend that as well. Anything noir, it's it's kind of weird for us to like want to go back and watch something in black and white nowadays. But in a way, it's kind of a nice little nostalgia trip.
It depends on what it is though. Like I mean, you can't just bring back. I'm not saying like bring back the silent movie.
Oh God, no!
Yeah,
bring back the silent
but it all depends on the movie. Think about it. What was that movie? The horror flick. Where they had to be quiet. Be quiet.
Oh, Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. Like
people
that saw that movie. 90% of that movie is a whisper.
Yeah, because in the theater, that's one of those movies you can hear people eating popcorn. Like you know what I mean? Like because you can't. There's literally no sound in it.
Depending on the movie and what it was about, you could do that.
Look at Schindler's List.
Yeah, like with this though, it's
like 93.
Something like that. Yeah. I think that's right.
Dick Tracy at the time, which again, great fucking movie, by the way. And even what was this was like it was a superhero movie. It had it had I'm trying to think of the actor. Was it Baldwin? He had a scarf on. It was a red scarf. What's the name of the fucking hero?
I don't know that one. Off the top of my head, red scarf.
Yeah, he had a red scarf on. He had like powers. He kind of
Google that.
Shit. I'm gonna have to Google it. But anyway, that's what it reminds me of, though, of those movies. You know what I mean? Like, but being able to watch it in black and white is a dope option because it seems like it fits that. You should be watching it in black and white.
Right. I agree. Well, we'll come back to your wrestling one here in just a second, Mike, once we get through the movie stuff. Mike did say, okay, a movie question, though, was talked about on the radio yesterday. Do you think a movie is better when the bad guy actually wins, like Empire Strikes Back? I think it depends on how you do it. Like Empire Strikes Back, perfect. Infinity
The bad
War.
guy didn't win.
What are you talking about?
He got away.
An Empire?
In Empire, the bad guys clearly won. Like,
Yeah, dude, Luke and Leia are
on the run, and Luke loses a hand. Luke loses a hand, and then he lost a hand solo. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, but anyway, yeah. The Empire clearly. I know, terrible joke, but yeah, the Empire clearly won that. Infinity War, well done. There's really not a lot of examples where the bad guys win, though. Really, most movies are, unless there are a two-part or a part of a larger story. But even then, it's not really usually done well. I can't think of. Can you think of any other examples off the top of your head? Those are the two that obviously jump out the most about villains that who won at the end of the movie.
Avengers.
Infinity
War.
Yeah, I already mentioned that one. Yeah, I can't think of any others off the top of my head though. Because usually by the end of the movie, you know, the good guy rallies and comes back, and everybody's happy. Everybody goes home.
I'm trying to think. I can't really think of anything.
Sorry. Okay, I found the movie. It's called The Shadow.
Oh, okay.
It's a 1994 film. Alec Baldwin was.
Man, that's been so long ago.
If you looked it up and you saw the picture I've seen, you'll see what you'll know what I'm talking about.
The Shadow.
I will take your word for it.
Well, let me see.
It was a good movie for the time. It's like 94, bruv.
1994. I'll probably know it once I see it.
I've seen movies from the 90s. Some of them hold up, yes. Some of them do not.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, I don't know if I've ever seen this one. Yeah, I mean, you can't really see it too well in this photograph here, but this is the character that Brandon's talking about, but the Shadow. Yeah.
Maybe I have. I've never seen the movie. I know that, but I think maybe seen this and like Alec Baldwin memes.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised there. I can't think of it.
It was a really good fucking movie at the time. Like it really was.
So
if you've never seen it and you can watch it. I'm dead serious. Like it really is. It was a really cool movie.
Well, I'm down to watch any old school comic type related film. You know, I mean, always worth giving it a shot. Some of these pictures are crap, but anyway. So yeah, I mean, also awesome. It's like the Phantom. You know, it's kind of like
kind of like that. He had like psychic abilities, but he was like this. Man, it was a good movie. Like it's hard for me to explain it, but it was a really good movie.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, Mike. There's a couple of me brought in here. He said, "Silence of the Lambs." The bad guy technically wins. Hannibal got away with it. Yeah, I mean, that's that was another great movie.
He just plumb got away entirely.
Yeah. And he said, "Did you know that the original ending of Dodgeball, the bad guys were supposed to win? The director wanted it to be this. Wanted it, but the studio said no." Interesting. I didn't know that.
Why not? Like sometimes the good guys lose.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as Walter Cronkite once put it, as it were. But so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you would think it would happen more often. I'm sure there are other instances, you know, but especially in like trilogies. Like I want to say, like in like Pirates of the Caribbean 2, obviously, you know, Jack Sparrow died at the end of that, so you could argue that the bad guys kind of won at the end of that one. You know, there are things like that in longer series, but.
By the way,
Avengers. I mean,
Disney made this bet like one of the most awesome posters.
Yeah,
ever made. That poster scene was awesome.
Imagine Jack Sparrow getting eaten by a kraken. That's what he died of in the second film, which is very cool visual, no doubt about that. But yeah, for sure. And come on, hey Disney, if you're listening, bring back Johnny Depp for the 6th Pirates movie. Otherwise, we don't really care. You know, sorry. We talked about that a couple weeks ago, which that may be the rumor. I think that only works.
I didn't much care for the last one either, but
I liked it better than most.
I did like the idea of the Spanish ghost. I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I get with Javier Bardem. Yeah, for sure. All right, I'll get your wrestling question here when we get done with movies, Mike. So just so you know, but then we did have a few things to talk about in the world of rapid fire. So let's get into that here. I'll go ahead. I'll skip the transition for the night, though. We'll just kind of move into it. I got to work on my transitions, man. We got to get some new ones done. Speaking of Spider-Man Noir, though, obviously that now brings into question the studio over there at Sony is now looking into spinoffs for Spider-Gwen and Spider-Punk. So it sounds like we may be getting more from this Miles Morales universe. Which again, if the quality of the storytelling and stuff is done well. Over obviously the Spider-Noir trailer showed it was from the creators who brought you into the Spider-Verse. So if those type of creatives are behind it, I have faith in it being good. I don't know if these would be live action or not, but if these are animated, we'll get them in about 20 years because it's taken forever for Beyond the Spider-Verse to come out. But hopefully, I think 2027 is when it's scheduled now. So hopefully we'll get them sooner rather than later. But yeah, I think a couple of movies, Spider-Gwen should have been done a while ago. She should be in the MCU with Miles Morales at some point eventually. But and Spider-Punk's another good
I'm
character
surprised Miles Morales is in the MCU.
He will be eventually, but they're waiting for these animated movies.
I really am.
It'll happen.
He's an interesting character.
Yeah.
The cliffhanger that we left on in the last Spider. I was talking about this the other day with Butter at work, and because he didn't realize what happened, you know how spoilers, how when Miles was get sent back home, he got sent to his correct timeline.
Yeah.
Which is inhabited by the Miles that should be in Miles' current timeline.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's crazy to think that you would have gotten like Prowler, but it's Miles in the timeline with Tom Holland as Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Man,
I mean, it's a mind trip.
Yeah.
And not only that, the way they animated the alternate universe, you know,
they
made it look similar but completely different, you know, and it made it even. But was that movie called Across the Spider-Verse or Into? I think it was Across
the Spider-Verse.
I know I always get the first one and the second one mixed up, but yeah, I mean that film, you know, very well done, especially that cliffhanger, which is why the wait for the third film has been so hard, because that cliffhanger was so good. You don't want to see it go to waste and people just forget what happened, you know. I was going to pull up a picture of it, but I can't seem to find one. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm hoping that the wait for it isn't much longer, and hopefully there was even rumors at one point they may have had to rewrite it to some regard. So if that's the case, that's probably why it's taken so long. Not to mention the animation style and everything in it in general. So yeah, let's hope they now got it on the right track, and hopefully we'll get the recording and everything starting to roll around for sure. But other news in the world of movies, we also, like I said, with the Super Bowl coming out this week, we got a few little teases to new movies. This is the first official poster look at the new upcoming Toy Story 5 with the villain Lily iPad or Lily Pad, whatever you want to call it there. Technology is what the toys will be facing in the new film, so we'll see how that ends up going on June 19th. We also got our first look at the Supergirl poster, including baby Crypto. So we'll get our first look at what Crypto looked like as a little puppy when Supergirl came to adopt Crypto, as it were. So we'll see how I guess his origin story in this film, along with Supergirl, and how all that is going to play out in this upcoming June as well. Also including with DC Studios. DC Studios is reportedly now aiming to make the Brave and the Bold movie that will be set in the DCU. That Batman, the version of the Batman in the DCU, it will be distinct enough in tone and look and stand apart from Robert Pattinson's Batman. So we're going to be getting Robert Pattinson, obviously the Batman Part 2, and we're obviously probably going to be I'm hoping it's going to look something more similar to this in the DCU. And again, it would be very distinct, keeping them different enough, but at the same time uphold to the Batman lore and tradition. So I'm hoping for blue and gray. That's what I want to see. Make it badass. I think it'll work.
More like a Batman like from Arkham Asylum.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do that, but I think you could do that with the color too. I mean, you know, you can still give it that viciousness, the type of character and stuff like they did in Arkham Asylum, but I just want to see a different aesthetic. Ben Affleck,
he was that way in Arkham Asylum too.
Well, with the blue and gray, I think they had alternate attires and stuff in those games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it can still be dark and all that sort of stuff. But even then, I kind of expect maybe a little bit more lightheartedness. Obviously, if you got Robins and stuff in the DCU as well, I think it could actually play into it, maybe be a little bit brighter, no doubt. But still hold to the Batman for sure. Speaking of the Super Bowl spots, we got the first look at the Mandalorian and Grogu Super Bowl spot. This took some criticism online because they did not release a full trailer to go along with it. It was simply like a Clydesdale type homage Super Bowl spot where they were being, you know, riding the Tauntauns, but this does confirm that Tauntauns are returning to the Star Wars universe with the Mandalorian and Grogu. So that's kind of cool, at least. I don't know if that means that Mando and Grogu are going to Hoth or not. Maybe. I don't know any other planet they were indigenous
That would be hysterical.
So
if they got stranded on Hoth.
I mean, why
that
not?
would be funny.
I mean,
that is the worst place to get stranded.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the trailers show AT-ATs walking around on like a snowy mountain and stuff like that too. So maybe they are just going to do like a full-blown Hoth segment on that movie. So that could be very intriguing for Star Wars fans for sure. Yeah, I'm upset I didn't get a full-blown trailer. They already released one trailer. We're going to get another trailer probably soon. They probably just didn't want to. I mean, they obviously spent the money for the ad, but yeah, you could have dropped a full one. I understand, but we still got some time there, so I'm not too upset about it. I just want the movie to be good. It's the first Star Wars movie in 6 years. Please be good.
I think you'll get that.
I hope so. I really do. We also got the release date for the new Mummy 4 film starring Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz returning to the roles. The Mummy 4 will release on May 19th, 2028. So it's still a few years away, but obviously it's going to take about a couple years to get this done, as all movies do. But yeah, this is great news that we're getting these two back. I hope we get her brother back. I want to see Arnold Vosloo back. I want to see the old cast one more go around. That's just the way I look at it. But if we don't get them, at least we get the two main actors from the first two films for sure. I really didn't like when they recast Rachel Weisz in the third film. It would have been better with her in it. Yeah. But at the same time, I get things. That's just the way the real world works, unfortunately. But and still no word whether or not that this film is going to completely disregard the events of the third one, or if they're just going to pick up and become the Mummy 4.
Please do.
Well, I mean, it depends if you want their son to be a part of it still. He was grown up in that third film. You may want him to still be, I don't know if you get the same actor or a different actor or whatever. Oh, yeah, and Oded Fair. Let's see. Hopefully we'll get him back as well. So that would be really cool. We'll have to wait to see how all that plays out. Another big casting news, which Brandon could be interested in. Jason Momoa is now set to star in the Helldivers video game movie. And it is going to be coming out November 2027.
They're making a Helldivers movie?
They sure are, Matthew. No doubt about it.
That is going to be interesting.
And now we know the lead actor.
Come out like 2 years ago.
What's that?
When didn't Helldivers come out in 2024? Or did it come out in 2025?
What, the game?
Yeah, the game.
That I don't know. I know.
I like the Helldivers game, let alone a movie.
Yeah. So and the game,
I imagine something like Starship Troopers.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, that's what it is. So I don't know if the movie will kind of follow suit there or not. But not only that, with Jason Momoa now being confirmed as the lead actor of the movie, it's going to have some fun to it. So I'm totally fine with it. And speaking of which, I did get a chance to check out The Wrecking Crew, the movie with him and Dave Bautista on Amazon Prime right now. Kind of a buddy cop thing. Hilarious. Great movie. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, we were going to watch it. So...
It's definitely right up your alley. I think you'd enjoy it greatly. Very R-rated, but some crude humor, no doubt about it. But him, Jacob Batalon from the Spider-Man franchise is in there. Marina Baccarin from Deadpool is also in there. So, yeah, there's some good actors in there and a lot of fun.
Isn't he in that one movie with Bautista?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Crazy word.
Bautista. That movie looks funny.
But it is. And I got a chance to watch it last week. I highly recommend. I'd probably give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Very, very good for sure. I mean, it's a buddy cop film. It's not breaking any new ground, but it's just fun and a lot of fun, no doubt about that. So you get some good action too. Speaking of action, this one has me intrigued because Jason Statham is Jason Statham in Jason Statham Stole My Bike. You heard me right. Jason Statham will star as himself, Jason Statham, in a new action comedy called Jason Statham Stole My Bike. What this is all about, I have no clue. But this
the world.
Just the idea of him playing himself in an action comedy where he steals a bike.
Look, Eric, I think you're fucking with us right now.
No, I am dead serious. This comes straight from Deadline.
Here's the thing. If you've seen the movie Crank, I'm not gonna put it.
That's why I'm intrigued.
I've seen clips of Crank.
Crank and Crank 2 both crazy work.
Wow.
Crazy work. But I mean, yeah. So I mean, I don't know if this is going to be one of his typical early spring or winter, straight to DVD type. Either I don't care. This just sounds just from the premise, him playing himself, and he steals a bike. That's all I care about. I'm intrigued for sure. So I got a good laugh out of this, so I thought I'd share it for sure. We also got some new character posters for the upcoming Super Mario Brothers Galaxy film. I think there was even a couple here with the couple baby Mario and baby Luigi riding Yoshi as well. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. Go ahead, David.
No, I was just doing Yoshi's voice.
Oh, I got you. No worries. So yeah, but obviously the marketing is in full effect as this movie comes out in less than 2 months now. So it'll be in your theater screens before you know it. Looking forward to it. And on a sour note, I thought I'd be remiss with that if I don't mention Dawson's Creek star and of course star of the Varsity Blues film, James Van Der Beek, has tragically passed away this week from a bout with stage 3 colon cancer, I believe it was. So yeah, this is just set at the age of 48 years old, which is way too young. And he had multiple kids and a wife, and it's just terrible news all the way around. Obviously he's been dealing with it for a few years now, so it's not unexpected, but it's just like, I hate to hear this is for anybody and all that sort of good stuff. So our thoughts and prayers are with his wife and family, and of course anybody who knew him, his friends, and all that sort of stuff too. So yeah, obviously great career. Obviously made a lot of fans happy with Dawson's Creek. I never really watched Dawson's Creek; it's not my thing. But Varsity Blues is a great movie, and Varsity Blues, it's when you go back and think about it now. Billy Bob from that movie, Paul Walker, who played the backup quarterback in that movie, and James Van Der Beek are all no longer with us, which really stinks. So yeah, just a sad story all the way around, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it for sure. So you guys got any thoughts about James Van Der Beek or anything you may have seen him in outside of those two? I know that's what he's most known for.
No, I mean, those are the things I've seen him in.
Gave us the infamous crying meme from Dawson's Creek. Yeah.
I love that part in Varsity. I think it's Varsity Blues. When he's sitting there with the shotgun on the back of the truck.
I think, yeah.
And he's just shooting the time out of that scoreboard.
Was that? I can't remember if it was him or a different character. Either way, but yeah, it's still a great scene. You're probably right.
But I love that they have that part of that movie because offensive linemen, if anyone have ever played football before, offensive linemen never get the credit they deserve.
Never. No.
Ever.
Even defensive linemen don't get them too much, but yeah, the whole trench is there. Yeah, for sure.
And I always hated that stereotype that they're not athletes. That's not true at all.
No, that's bogus for sure. No doubt about that. So, yep, the very sad news, though, to say the least, no doubt.
Yeah,
before we move on to the next thing, let's get to a couple of Mike's chats here.
Okay.
I messed up here. He said, I apologize for backtracking to wrestling, but I have to ask, did you see Javon Evans hitting one of the Americanos with the mid-air cutter RK? Absolutely, I did.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I almost legitimately messaged you, Aaron, after did you see that?
Yeah, that was a great spot. And well-timed, too. I mean, that's not easy to pull off, and it was very smooth.
No.
They nailed it. So yeah, more stuff like that, please. I mean, I would. I don't know why it just popped into my head. I would love to see Javon Evans versus Logan Paul. At some point, maybe when they're both. I mean, I guess I'd say they can probably pull it off. I really do. What are you doing over there, man?
Matt, what are you doing?
All I hear is
what a dream match would be.
Just mute that when you do it, because all I'm hearing is clickety clack, clickety clack, clack.
There we go.
I don't know how well Kofi can still go, but prime Kofi right now.
Yeah, they'd been a great tag team. And had they been together at the same time, that would have been a tag team. It probably would have had Jamaican accents too. But
oh my Lord.
That's another thing.
Come on,
Mike also said Mike said the Super Bowls 36, 38, and 39, along with 3 others, saw the same bad guys win. Fair.
That's crazy.
Hey now.
I just got that.
Good one there. I like that.
You forgetting some there in the later years.
Yeah, he did say 3 others, but he just couldn't remember the numbers, I guess. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, well, we got a little bit of gaming news I wanted to get into this week, so let's get into that real quick, shall we? Let's check it out. I don't always get a chance to use that transition, but I like that one for some reason. I don't know why. I like the D&D dice and stuff for sure. Cool. But we got a reveal trailer for an upcoming game that I'm intrigued with. We'll see if you guys are. for John Wick. We've got a new video game for John Wick coming out, so I thought we'd check it out real quick and check out some of the gameplay a little bit here, and we'll talk about it. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
With your skill set must be able to move unconstrained, unrestricted.
Hi.
He must be versatile, capable, adaptable.
Frying pan.
Frozen and QTE then.
He must be grounded, stable, constant. I believe you are ready, sir.
Say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gameplay. Nice. So obviously no release date just yet, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is. It looks pretty close to finish. So do you think it's got a shot to come out this year?
Well, we've gotten farther than GTA.
I mean, yeah.
What's wrong? What about GTA? What, Matt? Wake up. What about GTA?
Oh, we've gotten farther than GTA with this game.
What, too violent for you?
No.
We'll get it out.
GTA has like.
Oh, I got you.
GTA has like the floating release date.
Well, actually, I saw some update that come out a couple of weeks back that said that they officially announced that they are on track to hit the November date now. So sounds like it's going to happen, but it better.
Speaking of gaming news and gaming talk, who here would play lawn mowing simulator?
Me.
Not me.
I would.
I mean, is it good?
It's relaxing.
Really?
I had this conversation at work too. We were talking about playing games like that. Like they're just relaxing. I turn my brain off. I don't have to think. I'm cutting grass. You know what I mean? It's relaxing as shit. Like I have a power wash simulator that I'll play every once in a while just because it's mind numbing. It's just relaxing.
Yeah, I literally work with a teacher that I was talking to about that. Trying to convince him to get Power Wash Simulator because they were looking for a game like that.
Yeah.
I play Park Simulator sometimes to be relaxing, but it's not always relaxing when you're playing Jurassic Park though, because people.
I can imagine not.
Yeah, that's not as easy, but even so, but yeah, this here looks to be a lot of fun. Obviously, the details we know about the game: it's a single-player, third-person action game. Takes place before the events of all 4 John Wick's films. So this is before he loses his wife and his dog. Apparently, the director Chad Stahelski of the films has advised on the video game, and Keanu Reeves himself will reprise his role in the voice role here for the character. So that's cool. I mean, at least it ties a little bit more. Yeah.
I wonder if you're playing through the part where he hasn't earned his freedom yet, in the sense of, you remember how what's his name? The mob boss said that like they gave him an impossible task. Is that what you're playing?
That's possible.
I wonder if
that's very well possible. I mean, I really don't know. Like some of this could be flashbacks for all I know. It could be before he got married. I don't know. Before he even got the dog. I don't know. I mean, how far before? I mean,
this could just be him earning his reputation.
That's true too. As the Baba Yaga,
moving up in the ranks, becoming the John Wick that you know. maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was. That's like John Wick game, and then whenever Eric says they placed before the first 4 movies, and I'm like, okay, so this is
basically John Wick's origin story.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just realized
you're gonna see his time building up to what we see in the movies.
I just realized this is him. He's killing the guy with chopsticks here.
At first, I thought it was a pencil, and I was like, "That's a good joke." But
well, I mean, I'm sure the pencils, will come into play too. But and that frying pan is heavy duty frying pan there, for sure. Cast iron, right there.
Amazing ass photo.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
So, and if the gameplay is, I mean, obviously the end of that trailer looked to be more gameplay. A lot of it looked like cutscene fights and stuff. But again, it's a reveal trailer. They're probably not ready to show all the gameplay just yet. But if it looks half as good gameplay wise as it did toward the end there, this could be a winner. No doubt about it. So, and it's releasing on PS5, Xbox, and PC. So, a lot to look forward to there. And I believe wherever this was announced this week, it was some sort of gaming thing. I guess they also announced
it was the PlayStation
State of Play.
Okay, I know they announced like a new Metal Gear Solid game and some other stuff
too. God of War.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple things.
I just know this one jumped out to me as a fan of the movies, obviously, and since this does appear to be tying into the overall movie canon as well. And obviously, we're supposed to be getting spinoffs. We already got the ballerina. We had the prequel series as well, so they're definitely trying to expand the John Wick lore. And we're getting a John Wick 5 movie as well. Details on that one are still scarce. We'll see how that one plays out. I'm curious, for those of you who've seen John Wick 4, you know why I'm a little like,
I'm real fucking curious.
Right, I'm just kind of curious if it's going to be prequel, whatever it might be, but
brother, it was. You cannot pull the wool over my eyes like that. Okay, you can't. You can't do that to me. I was attached emotionally, and then I'll fight somebody. Okay, because it would make no sense.
What would make no sense? Bring back? I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The one who supposedly hasn't seen the movie is not here, so let's talk. So it's been out a couple years. If you didn't know, John Wick supposedly died at the end of 4.
Yeah,
we don't know,
but she's like sleeping, and I want to say it, and then she'd not be sleeping yet.
Well, sorry. If it's not my fault. It's been years now. She's had the movie in her hands forever, so it's on you now.
I think she already put it together, and I think that's why she hasn't watched it.
Fair enough. But here's the thing, though. You never see his body.
I understand that, but it is so definitive.
I know
what happened.
And
it was the perfect ending, though.
It's a good one. It really is. And I think that's part of Keanu's hesitation about coming back too. So I still kind of wonder if John Wick 5 will be a prequel of some sort, maybe in between one of the other films or something. I don't know. Who knows? I really am curious to see what becomes of that John Wick 5 movie, but it's been announced. No release date or anything like that yet, so I have to wait and see.
Maybe it's the movie in between the game, like the game, and then there's a gap, and then that's what the movie is.
That's very possible. Very, very possible. Mike said he had a gaming idea: Mortal Kombat with horror movie villains. Mike Myers, Freddy, Jason, Pinhead. Why not? Be fine with that.
They kind of did that with some.
Yeah, I mean, they probably had some like DLC type versions of some of those characters.
Yeah, I know, like
Marvel, Capcom.
Jason was in one of the newer ones. Freddy was in, I think, in Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Yeah, I think they've all been in at some point and been in the newer Mortal Kombat movies, DLC characters.
Yeah,
I would still love to see Marvel versus DC versus Capcom versus Mortal Kombat all in one game. You do that, it'd be awesome in my opinion.
They did have what was it? A DC versus Mortal Kombat or something like that.
They've had variations of all 4, but not all 4 together. I still don't, you know what I'm saying? It's usually like
Marvel versus Capcom was a great game.
And
hell, I would even settle for Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. I don't think they ever did that, did they?
No, I don't
think so.
They got that new, and I sent you that trailer, that new Marvel fighting game coming out.
Must have missed that
Marvel Token or whatever. It's like it's like the Japanese anime version of Marvel. Fucking phenomenal.
Interesting.
Oh, that's right. I think I'll have to watch that one. Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, you have to. If you can find that trailer, like definitely watch that shit. Like that looks like it's gonna be good. I played I opted in for the alphas and beta testing, and I got into one of the last days I could for one of the alpha gameplays. It's phenomenal, dude. Like it really is. It's a solid fighting game in itself, but it's like normally when you do tag, like Dragon Ball Z stepped it up with being with 3, but this one there's 4, so you can be 4 characters on your roster. Like, did you play Marvel vs. Capcom at all?
I did, but I never owned it. I don't think.
Oh, well, like in there you can tag out between 3 characters. So in this one it's 4, but like the way they do it is fucking seamless. And
really, that'd be a battle royale.
You'll have to watch the trailer. It's really good.
All right, sweet. Mike said appropriate that it's during the gaming portion of the show we can actually see Matt playing games. I'm just happy he's still awake. He looks like he's about to pass out. Dude, if you need to go to bed, go.
Yeah, go to sleep.
He got that 5 o'clock shadow. I was like, if you feel like you got to leave, you can leave. But I think he's just gaming. He's chilling right now. He's all good. So.
But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I got you.
That would be a cool concept for a movie or a game, though. Just like to do straight movie villain, like horror movie villains or just villains in general. Like the Joker versus fucking Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like a straight horror fighter game.
And the problem with that is, like, obviously, like Street Fighter's all under Capcom, Mortal Kombat is all under the same thing. With like horror movie, like characters are all under different copyrights.
Yeah.
So it makes it a little difficult, which is why I've never got that game I wanted either. But it's a shame. It really is.
Yeah.
I wish all these companies could work together. Give the people what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm asking for. So we'll hopefully get that with Avengers Secret Wars. And I'm still hoping out for one day before I die, Marvel versus DC movie. Take money.
Man, that'd be great.
That would be nice.
Hey, James Gunn used to work for Marvel, and now he's running DC. They've got the relationship already. You establish DC a bit more, and Marvel reboots and all. I think it's going to happen. Maybe 15 years down the line, 10 years down the line.
I guess.
I'm not going to lie. If they're both still in the positions they are, I know James Gunn said they've already talked about it, but doing is too different.
What would you base it off of, though? Like, what would
it'd have to be some sort of, multiverse, like or alternate universe portals open up, and kind of like what they're doing with Secret Wars. It'd have to be something like that. I don't know if they'd have a bigger bad to team up and fight, or you just have them go ham on it. Who knows?
I mean, you could have that. You could still have the big bad be the thing, but but they could have conflict in the beginning, for obvious reasons.
Right.
But let's be honest here, and I am a DC guy. Marvel wipes the floor with the Avengers alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Justice League easily overpowers them for sure, outside of a couple guys.
I could see Superman causing an issue. So to speak, but that's until Thor shows up, and then Superman's out.
And Thor and Hulk and Captain Marvel, there's and Wanda and things like that could actually. But if it's like Tony Stark would have to use his smarts, much like Batman does. It could be written. It could be.
Now that would be a good showdown.
Ooh, yes, Batman.
Stark and Batman.
Man. Oh
man, there's some good stuff.
Or they don't fight at all. They just sit there and talk about how rich they are, and
Yeah, for sure. I got more money than you.
No, but like that fight. Think about the suit design for that Batman versus Iron Man hand to hand. Like that'd be a good one.
Dude,
but again, I think the only real issue, I guess, outside of Green Lantern get packed up too. Like Thor would pack Stewart up quickly. Wonder Woman, she could because like Wanda could shut Wonder Woman down. Hell, Wanda could shut Superman down. She uses magic. Yeah. Magic's real. So like,
yeah. I mean, there's obviously a YouTube channel that actually puts a lot of these.
Bat in the Sun? No, Death Battles.
Death Battles. Yeah, it's a great YouTube channel, by the way, who does animations of potential dream matchups between different characters and stuff through animation and comics and stuff. Great YouTube channel. I highly recommend it. Like Darth Vader, if he were to go up against, I don't know, Thanos or something like that. Batman versus Iron Man. Joker versus Thor. They do all sorts of crazy stuff. Well, I don't know. All he's got to do is use the Force. He can choke him out. I know they did Darth Vader versus Batman once, which was.
It depends though. Thanos with the gauntlet versus Vader though. I think it's a wrap for Vader.
Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely love to see this stuff on screen, though. No doubt about it. We'd probably have recast characters at that point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't care. The characters themselves will live on forever. It's not so much through the actors, but we'll see how that ends up playing. Oh, fingers crossed, man. I have hopes one of these days, maybe 10 years down the line. We'll have to wait and see. All right, let's get into some sports here, and we'll get into the Rumble only segment here. But before that, let's do some football recap. How about that? Here we go. Sorry, Damon. Don't mean to open the old wound. I really don't mean to do that. But
I'm sorry, Damon.
Same time, we have Super Bowl champions. The Seattle Seahawks win their second world title here on Super Bowl 60 versus the New England Patriots, 29-13. So yeah, Matt, do you have something to say there?
Yeah, I really am sorry, Damon.
It's
not really. Not really. I'm not really sorry. I'm only sorry because I didn't win my $50.
That's
$20.
The truth comes out. Now Matt's like,
Now let's see why. I'm sorry.
for the O-line's deficiency.
Okay.
He said it's Matt's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? Matt Jinx, man. What can
I'm
you
done being a troll now.
Well, congrats to Sam Darnold, Rashid Shaheed, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Kenneth Walker, who won the MVP for the first time a running back has won the MVP in like 30-some years.
And he deserved it.
He deserved it.
For sure. He was there. He was like the only offense on the field in the first half for sure. I mean, let's be honest, on both teams. And I still hold as a Colts fan that Dominic Rhodes should have won the MVP of the year. The Colts won in Super Bowl 41, but I mean, I kind of understand why you'd give it to Peyton there, but yeah, I mean, at the same time, he wasn't the best player on the field. And as much as Sam Darnold, you know, obviously it tends to favor the quarterbacks. I think Kenneth Walker was clear and above the best player on the field that night, no doubt about it. Let's see here. Mike says I missed the Bud Bowl, and he said I won $125 on Super Bowl squares with the halftime score. Hey, better Matt. So
Yeah, that's for
I
damn
didn't win
sure.
anything. Yeah,
Thanks,
so
buddy.
I didn't win nothing, and neither did him. So I'm happy.
I
about
wouldn't
it.
shot either.
and Mike also said, did you know that Thanos was a Goonie? I did know that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Damn, that was a good movie
that
too.
money,
That was a good movie.
so I knew that I was never
Shuffle,
going to
shuffle.
win.
You were just holding out hope, Matt. It's okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's all good.
because I needed it.
Yeah. I will say this though.
Man.
Just want to point out this man here, Old Man Rivers, rolled off the couch, got less than a week of practice, and took this Seattle Seahawks defense down to the wire in their home building during the season.
Yeah.
So
Philip
again,
Rivers deserves some credit now.
and this team did. So again, I'm trying not to be. I'm just cautiously optimistic. But I feel like the team is in a decent spot if things were to just break their way. The first half of the season went well. We'll see what happens. Like I said, no first-round pick the next 2 years. But it's encouraging when this guy can come off his couch. Now, that obviously shows the mental capability he has when it comes to the game, too. But I think Daniel Jones would have maybe been all right. We'll never know yet this year. But against the dark side defense that were the Seahawks, I think it's encouraging that a guy like Philip Rivers was able to come in and play well against them. So now we've got the official logo for Super Bowl 61 that will take place about a year from now. Conspiracy theorists, do your thing. What do you think about the colors and all this stuff? Is it going to be the Bengals versus the Dolphins? That's what I'm seeing here. But
Bears, Dolphins.
I mean, I don't believe that for a second. But Bengals might be there. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, who knows? I mean, we never know nowadays. But
Don't ever talk about the Bungles that way.
but it will take place in the Rams Stadium and SoFi Stadium and the Chargers.
Could be the 49ers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, who
I
knows?
see the red and gold.
Well, a little orange and light blue for what I mean. This I think the last year's logo changed colors mid-year too, so who knows if this is going to be a thing or not. But at the same time, you know, we've got another one to look forward to next year. This year's our year, Brandon. I'm holding out hope. Come on.
Yep, we got
Come
it
on.
this year.
Yep.
This year.
Yeah.
They can get right back next year.
I like Mike. He said Mike said Rivers had to play well to avoid going back home to all those kids. Yeah, I mean, whatever keeps you on the road, right?
Hey man,
For sure.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. It's a thing. But yeah, so the other news in the NFL, obviously, the Raiders, now that the Super Bowl is over, have officially hired Clint Kubiak as their next head coach, the Seahawks offensive coordinator. We'll see how that affects the Seahawks offense going into next season. Obviously, sometimes when coordinators leave, big effects can happen, or sometimes nothing really changes. But with that defense, as long as they keep them intact, which is hard to do after a Super Bowl win too, they can beat anybody. So we'll see if they can repeat or whatnot. Interesting to note, though, and I don't know if Damon even knew this or not, they already released, obviously, the opponents for every team next year. And the opening night game, Seattle will host the home game, as they always do for the Super Bowl champs. New England has a road game against Seattle on the schedule. Do they start week 1 with the Super Bowl rematch, New England at Seattle?
I mean, maybe.
I think it's a given. I think that's your week 1 matchup. I really do.
I can see it.
What happens if they lose?
Who, the Patriots or the Seahawks?
No, Seahawks.
Oh, it's happened. I mean, used to the Super Bowl champion, raising their banner, all that stuff, opening night is usually the sheer cut winner. But in recent years, it's not always been that way. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But yeah, I after I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's your week 1 opening night kickoff game. That's the Patriots at the Seahawks, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. They may go.
I think
Super Bowl wasn't the most entertaining
Purdue
at times.
has a higher chance of winning the national championship in basketball than the Seattle Seahawks do of winning their opening game next year.
Wow. I'll have to look at their other.
Wild.
I may have to put some money on that one. But anyway, we also got, so now with Kubiak being hired by the Raiders, we now have all 10 head coaching vacancies now filled. So the league now has all their coaches in place for the following season. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. No, I am not coaching for the Titans, even though I am bald. But Robert Saleh will take my place. But anyway, yeah. So Mike McCarthy.
Titans.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, I think
Here,
you got it in the bag, dude.
But just, hey, they're in the Colts division. I don't want to do anything to help them. Hopefully, and the way we're dogging them right now, they're probably going to be good now. Let's hope not. But let's hope that they stay at the bottom of that division. We can stay out of it. That'd be my hope. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, coaching carousel is all taken care of, which now means, of course, officially too, that the NFL draft order is officially locked in and in place with the Seahawks with the 32 overall pick. And so this is what the first round looks like, with the Colts number 16th pick going to the Jets for the Sauce Gardner trade, as well as a few other teams have traded their picks as well. So Fernando Mendoza, obviously number 1, seems to be the consensus here. The Jets will be looking for a quarterback too. A couple of even Kyler Murray and the Cardinals may not be a thing this year too.
How can you not pick him number 1?
I think they will. It's just he's the
After
favorite.
The year of Geno, yeah, they'll take a quarterback.
I mean, you just never know how it's going to go. I mean, that kid from I think Oregon was also, but I don't know if he actually ever declared or not.
No, he's going back.
Is he going back?
He's
probably smart. Probably smart.
It's just not from Nebraska. Transferred there on the offshoot that that would declare, but he Moore's thing, and I can't remember the guy that looks like Patrick Mahomes from Nebraska is going to stay there and learn behind him, I guess. So.
Makes sense. So yeah, we'll see.
I know this is kind of far-fetched when I say this, but when you guys watch Fernando Mendoza play, this is related.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get like Tom Brady vibes?
No.
Well, I mean, it's college. It's like I said, it's still early to tell and all that stuff. But I mean, I could see what you're saying. I mean, he definitely has
comparison.
He definitely has this clutch mentality, or this clutch ability. You know what I'm saying?
The short passes, the short passing game,
and a lot of that's just scheme.
Any QB can make a good short pass.
Yeah, but Damon, you see what I'm talking about by like Tom Brady did it. I thought he did it better than everybody else ever done it. Is that those little dink and dunk, like maybe 15, 10-yard passes?
Yeah, I mean
he just made his money's worth on those passes.
Hell, people
and Peyton did it good too. But
yeah, I mean,
but Peyton, it was more play action.
With Mendoza, though, just some of those plays he made when the game was on the line to keep the winning streak alive, that was
right.
I could see that being more Brady-esque than anything else.
Right, like the refuse to lose style.
Yes, that mentality for sure, and that will take him places in the NFL, I do believe. So I have high hopes for the kid, I really do. And I'll root for him,
especially with Clint now as his head coach.
Okay.
for sure.
Mike's actually running offense.
Exactly. Mike said, "Is there a chance the Raiders trade their pick and Mendoza goes elsewhere?" I mean, there's always the chance. I just don't know if the Raiders is going to do that. I mean, and speaking of Brady being a part owner there, I think he's going to make the right
to
call.
Arizona, then you could say goodbye to Kyler Murray.
To move up you may have to say goodbye to Kyler Murray already with Jacoby Brissett down there. I mean, he played better than Murray. So I think Murray's gone. I really do. I mean, I'm going to be surprised if he's not. Because he better not end up in Indy either. I'll tell you that right now. I'd much rather have Jones over him any day of the week.
Jones will probably be the better option there.
Okay. Brandon will be
Jones
back.
was having a really good season until he got hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying about the Colts. They fell off, but how much of that was because Daniel Jones had a fractured part of his leg? I think that
schedule.
Well, the schedule got a lot harder too, for sure. But I think if he was 100% healthy, that things may have gone a little bit.
I mean, you got hosed in a game against Houston. You got hosed in a game against Jacksonville that you were losing anyway.
Fair, yeah.
I don't know. That I'm sorry. That Texas game, that looked like away team cooking.
Well, and again, Texas had one of the best teams in the league
Houston
too.
That game,
for sure. And if Houston get their offense figured out and they keep that, they're going to be reckoned with too. You know what I mean?
I will say this: a offensive line coach named A.Q. Shipley. He's been in the league for 20 years. He was on the McAfee show a couple weeks back. Have you heard of him before, Eric?
Yeah, wasn't he a quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he does. He's an offensive line coach, quarterback. He had a lot of good things to say about Mendoza.
No, of course. Well, yeah, I mean,
he had nothing but high praise about Mendoza. He did mention the fact that the officiating in the NFL definitely needs to be discussed. Actually, him and J.J. Watt were talking about it together on a group call.
Right.
And J.J. said that it's pretty bad when a guy from Texas mentions that game against the Colts.
Right.
You know, that's pretty bad because JJ, I'm not taking anything away from the Texans season this year because they had a good season.
Better than ours.
It definitely seemed like that game was more geared towards Houston because Houston's a big market team.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah, they're looking at that kind of aspect of the game.
Well, and you got to remember too, there's a lot of Heisman Trophy winners that don't usually pan out in the NFL either. So you just never know. You never really know for sure.
And baseball is just as bad nowadays, Eric. I mean, the MLB is the high market teams like the Dodgers and the Yankees. Because coming from a Yankees fan, because I love the Yankees,
right?
But we get a lot of favorable calls because of who we are and because we're well-known market team. And it makes me sad to watch teams like the Reds and the Royals and the Twins go against us, and they get nothing to go their way. And it's like it's boring. It takes the fun out of the game. It was so awesome that one year. We lost a game to the Twins, and it said it was the first time in 22 straight appearances against the Yankees that the Twins had won a series against us. And, I looked at my grandpa and I said, you know what? Good for them. It's cool to watch a small market team succeed.
Right. Yeah.
Oklahoma City Thunder. It sucked against this is the whole sports related topic. I'm sorry to keep rambling on. Oklahoma City Thunder against the Pacers in the NBA Finals. Two small market teams. That was actually enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
In fact,
until Tyrese tore his Achilles. Yes.
If I remember correctly, it wasn't one of the highest
of course,
what do they call it? Most viewed
who cares?
Finals. but it was exciting to see two low market teams instead of watching the Lakers every year.
Yeah.
You know,
LeBron. I don't need to see that no more for sure.
LeBron
Or even like the Golden State Warriors. Nothing against them, but again, we've seen. I was just happy to see two new teams, kind of like I was in the Super Bowl this year. Two
what I'm saying is fans get sick of that.
Right.
They get sick of seeing the repetitive. They root for that underdog.
Right. And even though the Patriots and Seahawks have been in the Super Bowl, it's a lot of players who never have been and coaches who are new too and all that.
And you know what? We're not. I'm 10 years out from a World Series at this point with the Yankees.
Ugh.
I'm not calling us favorites anymore. I'm calling us underdogs.
Yeah.
Favorites are gone for us.
Yeah, you got to earn your way back, just like the Colts do. I know the feeling.
Yeah,
as a Colts fan for sure. Mike said, "No, I don't think Mendoza has it in him to cheat. He keeps his balls inflated." Wow, shots fired across the bow.
Yeah, I get you there.
Hey, Brady is part owner of the Raiders. No, I'm just kidding. But
yeah.
Like I said, that's some of that Deflategate stuff. Well, I get at the same time, wasn't going to help the Colts win the game that we lost for sure. So yeah, hey, say what you want. He's got 7 rings. We're just looking up. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta say what you want, but whatever. But for those of you who are into sports too, and they're maybe not into NFL, it is interesting to know too that NASCAR Daytona 500 is this weekend too. So NASCAR season starts up this weekend. If those of you who are interested in racing, I knew Matt was going to get that. Yeah.
Did you hear Tony Stewart's interview today?
I did not.
Okay. I'm not going to bring it up because you're already in this topic anyway.
Well, you're fine.
But
I'll just mention it.
Tony Stewart has not lost any of his attitude towards the media. They asked the stupidest question earlier today. They go, "Do you have any interest in racing this year for the Daytona 500 or possible future?" He looked at this guy and he goes, "Yeah, I knew you were going to ask a stupid question like that."
How long has he been retired? You know what I mean?
So many years. But anyways, he laughs and he goes, I can't remember the reporter's name. He said, "I have a wife and kids now. I don't race the Daytona 500 anymore."
A lot of racers do.
But it just made me laugh that they asked him that question. You know, it's he just wants to have fun anymore. You know,
and that's the way it should be. He's earned it for sure.
But I find it. But they find it funny that they ask these just stupid questions because they have to. You know, they're paid to do it. So.
And of course, Mike with his left turn signal jab when it comes to racing.
Yes,
sure.
I love it. Yeah, turn left. He sounds just like my dad.
Another left turn.
Making the left turns. I get it. There's when you real. Now I don't watch it as much as I used to. I'm thinking about maybe checking it out a little bit this summer just to see what I've been missing. But at the same time, once you watch it enough and you start to understand, there's actually a lot of luck involved. But once you start to understand, there's a lot of strategy involved when it comes to pitting and types of tires and all this sort of stuff. When to do all that. It is a little bit more than just making the left turns. It really is. But, I get it. Not everybody's into the racing bit of it. But I just thought I'd mention that since it is one of the biggest races of the year. And, of course, it is the kickoff of the NASCAR season. So
we're rooting for Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, always. Mitchell, Indiana guy, local guy, is now one. And he was, didn't he make, I don't know if he made the chase last year. I know that they've changed the tournament settings and all this sort of stuff this year, whatever.
Hold on a second. I got to go.
Oh, you're fine. Brandon's on his way back at some point, too. Hopefully, he said his internet crapped out on him here. But he's got a few minutes here because I think we are about ready to transition over to our Rumble exclusive where we're going to talk about news and politics and some things that's going on in the world. So if you guys are interested in that, I hope you guys will stick around because it's a Rumble. And it's not on X tonight because Miranda's not with us. She shares our X stream usually. But tonight it will be Rumble exclusive only. And for those of you who are on YouTube and Facebook, we'll be saying good night as we're going to be transitioning over there for our exclusive segment moving forward on the news and politics stuff. But we will, just one little quick reminder here before we move out of here. We will be back 2 weeks from now for episode number 82 here on YouTube and Facebook and stuff in general. And I don't know why Matt's still there. So I hope you guys will come back and check us out then for all the pro wrestling, movies, sports, and gaming news and all that sort of stuff. But if you want to continue to watch the full show, highly recommend you follow us on Rumble. You can find the Rumble link down in the description box below, as well as you can find all of our locations of X and all that sort of stuff on the bottom of the screen in the description box as well. So please follow us over there, and hope you guys will stick around for the rest of the show here. So yeah, I went post 11:30 cutoff, but it may not be a hard 11:30 cutoff. We've talked about it a little bit because that is hard to do when you're trying to put all that information in a 2-hour span. But hey, we were only off by about 20 minutes or so not too bad, all things considered. So but yeah, we'll work on that. All right, guys, we're going to switch over there. We'll be back in about 3 minutes time or so. Hope you guys will stick around for us over on Rumble. See you over there. Good night, guys.